Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing some Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I'm used to saying Ace Attorney Investigations, so every time I try and type the name of the game or say the name of the game, I start off saying Ace Attorney, and then I correct myself and realize that, oh no, this has actually got a guy's name at the start of it. It's Apollo Justice. We're going to be playing his game today. I'm Martin, also known as Little Karibo, and before we got into it, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Billy Kometz. He was struggling with colon cancer, and we unfortunately lost him in the past week. And obviously, it has affected. I personally did not know Billy Kometz myself, but I also do not know a single person out here who does not seem to have been affected by the love and positivity that he embraced and put out there to the community and to the world at large. So I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of a very talented and wonderful person and actor. So I'm just going to have a moment of silence. Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to take a moment to do that and think about him and the people who love him. Before we jump into the introductions, I want to thank people for following and subscribing in the last 48 hours or so. First off, we got Wing Shadow. Thank you for the follow. We've got Tomoyuki Diamond. Thank you for following. Lord Grubber. Thank you for the follow. Thodley Play. Thank you for following. Lashia Jamal. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. Lashia Jamal. Thank you for the follow. Sheesh indeed, Strix. Was just Jerry. Thank you for resubscribing with Prime for 14 months. A very stealthy resubscription. Thank you so much for that resubscription with Prime. I have no funny sub message, so I'll say it here where LK can't see it. Evil laughter. Muhaha. I did see it eventually, though. Got you in the end.
Joke's on you.
Our Vegeta712, thank you for the follow. JKV, or JKV, thank you for the follow. And Nanny Wendy 52, thank you for resubscribing at tier 1 for 8 months to the most awesome VA ever. Love you all, and thanks for the streams. Well, thank you so much, Nanny Wendy. Thank you for that. I do appreciate the compliment, and thank you for the generous gift there. And Vampiro, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Rest in peace, Billy Kometz. Absolutely. Yes. We're not going to dwell too long on that subject. We're happy to acknowledge it. None of us really had personal experience with Billy ourselves, but obviously we want to.
We don't want to make this about us.
We don't want to make this about us. It's not about us, and it would be hollow of us to spend a lot of time talking about it because it doesn't directly affect us, but it is it's obviously very moving and very, very upsetting. Rio Marvelous, thank you for the follow. All right, but it's not just me. Of course, it would be a shame if I was doing this by myself. I'm very grateful to have my two partners in crime solving. We've got first off my partner in life, the lovely Marin Miller Billany.
Oh yes, hello everyone. It is I, Marin Miller Billany, here today with your gay update. First of all, I guess yeah, I can say that my name change got approved.
Yay!
Yeah, so I'm now legally Marin Miller Billany. My dead name is no more, and I hyphenated because, you know, after 10 years of marriage, I guess I should take his last name. It's just an idea, you know. But yeah,
You
so
should have just
that
combined your last names.
Melanie, yeah.
Melanie.
I liked that
Or
one
Biller.
too. Biller,
Hoo-ha.
no, that's so unsexy.
What about
Ooh-ha.
still hyphenating, but it's like Bill or Melanie?
Ooh-ha.
Okay, that's hotter. Because then you're like a villainous Biller.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But in addition, my gender also reads legally X on my will read legally on my license as X.
Nice.
I started doing this because actually I started doing this the day that Texas announced that trans was child abuse. So I kind of wanted to go through the process of changing things legally just to have one more person on the books that was outside of the binary, just to fuck things up for anyone else who wants to pretend that we don't exist. So, there may be consequences for those actions in the future if we continue to spiral out into fascism, but we'll just address those problems as they come up. Anyway,
Everything's fine.
everything's fine. America's fine.
For some reason, your avatar wasn't reacting to your voice for a while there. I'm sorry, I was getting confused.
Yes,
It's
I
working
did
now.
not want to be perceived. I'm non-binary. Don't perceive me. And I
This whole
had
game
other
is about getting perceived.
It's true. Also, happy news, I guess. The Pegging Cinematic Universe is being worked on again. Hooray. I was working on this one show for like a month. Like I wrote 6 episodes in 30 days, which means 1 episode every 5 fucking days. I'm exhausted. So I have not been writing the last couple of weeks on anything that I haven't been getting paid for. So, but I'm really excited. Miles Edgeworth just started spanking Phoenix right out of nowhere and making him beg. So I'm like, ooh, these characters are coming. I don't have any control over this anymore. So I'm excited. And I really want to, I came up with this idea because while I was writing it, I was like, man, this is such a bad thing for Miles to do, to like spank because he didn't have permission to do it. Like, and if you're in these sorts of situations, you want to make sure you talk stuff out in advance and you ask for things that you want, and you're not surprising anybody in the middle of their most vulnerable moments. So I was thinking about writing like little afterwards for each of my fan fictions where like I break down the scene, I break down what you would ask for if you wanted to negotiate a scene like this, what went right and what the characters did wrong, so that way you can kind of understand like, this is where the fantasy comes in. And this is where the reality comes in. Cuz like I was talking to Martin and I'm like, man, I cannot for the life of me, like, when you're writing erotica, especially erotica that might involve a butt, you need to use an enema.
Might.
Like that's just a public service announcement. If you ever want to do anything with your butt, you need to use an enema. But as a fantasy author or as a person who is writing a fantasy, would you ever want to read about that?
You definitely want to hear about it on a Twitch stream. I'll tell you that much.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I'm bringing up here, so that way you don't have to worry about reading it when you're trying to get your rocks off. You learn very useful things here in this stream. So, and we have a hype train, a near hype train, just from enemas. You're welcome.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
did.
sure that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you, Comatose, earlier for cashing in your status for a hoo-ha. I did want to mention. And Nanny Wendy, thank you for bonking Marin.
But yeah, so anyway, I'm like, I can write all about the practical elements of what should be done in the afterward, and then I can get as crazy as I want in the fan fiction without people being like, but hang on, it's not supposed to be like that. And that's my gay update.
All right, fantastic. Just as a heads up to and before I introduce our other co-host, a heads up to anybody who has joined since this past week, since my new episode came out. These streams with the Ace Attorney games are very different than my other streams that I do where I play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not really about me, which is absolutely part of the plan. It's about us celebrating things that make us who we are, and part of that is our sexual identities, and part of that is Marin being horny on main.
Look, I'm on testosterone. I'm transitioning. I have no control over myself anymore.
These streams are kind of like Martin is driving a car and then Marin and I are in the back seat screaming.
And speaking of being in the back seat screaming, we're also joined.
Martin has the steering wheel. We have the pedals.
Yeah.
We're also joined by our fantastic friend, our Ace Attorney aficionado, and Final Fantasy 14 fanatic, Soupy. Hi. I got so much alliteration in there. I'm so happy.
You did good, Martin.
Yeah.
Freaking tasty Final Fantasy.
I didn't say tasty this time.
I'm trying to make you say tasty about Soupy as many times as possible.
How you doing, Soupy? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything that's happened in this game.
Well, Papa is here.
Is that me?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's the man with the
That's
blue
Phoenix.
beanie and the neck. What that neck do?
Right. He's got a very sexy neck.
That neck swallows.
Really quickly, let me thank people for giving bits and following and subscribing. Rao Yukrika, thank you for the 5 bits. Super lurking today. Day 4 of Tension Migraine. Love you all. Hope the stream is fun. Thank you, Rao Yukrika. And Nagelpuff, thank you for the follow. Rock Rulin, Marin Rock Rulin's going to lose some points with you for this one, but thank you for the 10 bits. May I suggest Little Marinbo?
No. No, you may not. I will be right back. I need to take a pill.
Sounds good. Spellbound Tutor, thank you for the 100 bits. Happy Pride, friendos. Just arrived, but I'm looking forward to being spoon-fed a big heaping helping of justice. Yes.
Hell yeah.
With a side order of spaghetti. Just Ellie86, thank you for
borscht.
And borscht. Definitely lots of borscht in this one. Just Ellie86, thank you for resubscribing at tier 1 for 12 months a year. Brilliant. Congrats, Marin. Happy Pride. Oh, I should have said that while Marin was here. Well, anyway, congrats, Marin. Happy Pride. I will let them know when they get back. The Alzel Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. Last time on Ace Attorney, Christoph probably murdered a guy and tried to frame the crime on an outdated Russian meme disguised as a humble waitress. One of the ice climbers. The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Heads up from a poor fool who is too deep in the hole. In these streams, whatever is the trousers is what's driving, while the brains are tied up in the boot. Trunk for you, Yanks.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Who? I'm the trousers?
I don't know what that means.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm still trying to parse that one out.
Marin, just Ellie86, when they resubscribed, they said congrats to you.
Ah, thank you.
Dark Jade certainly got to stink for Apollo here, right? Namely, it's his very first case as a defense lawyer, and things are already taking some major twists and turns, all the way up to his former mentor falling under the suspicion of carrying out the murder that Phoenix was accused of. Yes. If you've
It's fine.
If you've not been joining us, the last 2 sections, or the last 2 streams we had, were covering the first case, which is Apollo Justice, little boy, little guy. His first time
little guy.
First time at work, basically. First time on the job, first day. And he, first of all, was questioning Phoenix Wright, who was the suspect. And, well, not questioning. He's like, what do you call it?
Cross-examining.
Cross-examining. There we go. Bloody hell. He was cross-examining Phoenix Wright, obviously one of his heroes, it seems. Because obviously Phoenix Wright, the best lawyer. But we've learned... We haven't really learned. He's not, but we don't
know shit.
It's been implied he's not lawyering anymore. He's piano playing in a restaurant while playing poker and being undefeated. And there was an altercation, it sounds like, where a guy, what's his name? The bad guy. Shoddy Smith. Shoddy Smith showed up and was like trying to, hang on, we've got a Mighty. Nanny Wendy, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a Maya He Maya Who. What happened? So the guy Shoddy Smith showed up and was trying to, like, okay, Asl Magia has a... Thank you for the 5 bits.
Thank you, Asl Magia. I feel like we need to start giving Asl Magia bits.
I think so.
Bits for Asl Magia.
Yeah.
Well, more specifically, Phoenix is accused of murder, though it's proven that the victim and the witness were actually collaborating. Right, the witness. To ruin Phoenix's career because the victim is a jerk. That aside, Christoph tried to pin the murder on the witness, but it becomes apparent that he's likely the killer because he knows too many little details. Also, Apollo is
wreathed in blue flame.
That's right. Also, Apollo is just there and has special eye powers. Yes, he can see real good.
That's right. He perceived last time.
He rolled 20 on perception. This guy.
Yep.
So, the Asl Magia is not a VIP. I should need to make Asl Magia a VIP. Hang on. That needs to happen at this point.
VIP?
Let's VIP him up.
Getting VIP'd.
Oh, yeah. Phoenix has a kid.
Oh, yeah. Phoenix has a daughter, and the necklace that he's wearing right now was around the neck of the victim.
Yeah.
But it was the whole time. It had his
daughter in it.
It had his daughter in it. So I don't quite know... I don't quite know if the necklace was originally on the victim's neck and then Phoenix took it, or if the victim took it from Phoenix and then Phoenix was like, give that back. I don't know.
We may never know. We may never know.
Void, you get to be a VIP because you're a Void important person. And plus, you've been so patient in the Death Stranding streams. I've been not killing anybody, and you've been so patient waiting for me to kill someone.
Did you bring him hentai?
I brought everybody hentai.
Good.
It's my job.
Good. You're the hentai delivery man.
I am indeed.
Man, I gotta say,
Do you?
I miss those dojin shops in Japan. Like,
Oh, okay. I was like, when did those exist? And then I realized, oh, right.
In Japan.
I'm just thinking about hentai. Like,
Aren't we all?
You could get off the train, walk around the corner, and there's an 8-story hentai den.
Of course
8
there is.
stories organized by fandom.
Of
You
course there
started
is.
that with I could get off, and then I could get off the train.
I'm not that horny.
I was like, wait, where's this going?
I could get off on the train. I could just.
Good grief.
I've seen enough gifs of that that
Oh,
I know I
God.
could do it.
Sheesh. It's very important though before we jump into. Oh, Vampiro, thank you for turning it down for what? I was not paying any attention there, and that's my bad. Before we do jump into the game, and I talked about this. Well, this is a different thing. I asked on a recent stream. I think it was Death Stranding. I was like, how do artists feel about AI art generation? And people in the chat said it's very controversial. So I stopped doing that stuff. And now everybody's doing it. So I kind of like the Dolly one or the Dolly one, just because it's kind of daft. It doesn't look good. So I don't think it's ever going to replace artists. So with that in mind, I just want to show you that I made What If Phoenix Wright was defending Shrek in in the AI art generator. So there's a picture.
I forget which one we did last night. It was like Miles Edgeworth doing something, but it like the cravat looked really upsetting. I was upset by the cravat. Also, I love that in the bottom middle one, he's in love with Shrek.
Oh, he is. He's got like heart eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And
because there's one fan-made gif or one fan-made sprite
Well,
of him with the hard eyes.
That top left one has 2 Shreks.
Wait, what? Top left has 2 Shreks.
yeah, the Judge Shrek in the background. It's like he's
the Judge Shrek. This is a biased court.
on like maybe the jury is just Shreks.
We're in Shrek court.
And he turns into a female
Bum,
Shrek.
bum, 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 bum. Anyway,
God,
I'm going to show you also one more
Yeah,
thing.
their eyes are awful.
Here's Ariana
hate
Grande
them.
and Seto Kaiba on a date.
Oh, I'm Ariana Grande.
And I am Seto Kaiba.
We're going on a date. And
I
we're
wish
gonna
you were a
35
dragon.
34.
Anyway,
I
I
think
got
her
one
titty's
eye,
out.
bitch. Just one eye, that's all I need.
One eye,
that's enough of
titty out.
that.
One eye, one tit.
Okay.
I don't need more than that.
I tell you what, let's save the silly voices for the game.
Say goodnight and go. he hates my
So-
Ariana Grande. He gets so annoyed because I have an Ariana Grande skin on Fortnite because I needed to be
Because
able
obviously,
to. She's Sasuke's
you needed to
one
be able
true
to kill
enemy.
some. Yeah, you need to be able to kill some other people using the Sasuke skin.
Yeah. So, and I kind of got tired of Sasuke. I needed to be a sassy little girl. So, but every time I'm Ariana Grande, I start going like, I'm Ariana Grande. And like every time I kill someone, I make fun of them by singing a bad Ariana Grande song. And Martin's like, okay, Ariana Grande, shut the fuck up.
Have
He
you
hates
ever-
it.
Have you ever seen? Have
Sorry.
I ever shown you that video that someone made of like using like clips from songs by Demi Lovato and Ariana Grande?
No.
and like pictures of them where it's like they go to a store and they start shoplifting.
Oh, I think I have seen that one.
Dark Jade, thank you. Not only that, this is a worse betrayal than what Matt and Guard had pulled on Phoenix. After all, Apollo has to have known his mentor for a very long time indeed, compared to Phoenix having Matt as a client for like about a day before the reveal. So to learn this, it's got to be really shocking. Yes, no kidding. It's got to really
It
sort
gets
of
worse.
turn
It
his
gets
life
worse.
upside down. It does.
Phoenix Wright is playing a game right now.
All right.
Yeah.
We're playing a game,
This
but
is-
Phoenix Wright is playing
Don't
us.
spoil.
This is part of why this game was so controversial, was because it says Apollo Justice in the title, but it's still a game about Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Voided Up, thank you for the bit. I think we know Marin's default mode is thinking about hentai. Large Father V,
Yes.
thank you for resubscribing. Tier 1 for 14 months. I see one of the Phoenixes borrowed Edgeworth's clothing. Yes, it does look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I chose to think that was Edgeworth being like, is that Shrek?
I'm a big fan, sir.
Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. Korewa, I'm Ariana Grande. And Volcanic Ash. Volcanic Ash Soap, thank you for the 10 bits. Penis Wright is on the stand, testifying before Apollo Just Ass, and Christoph Graspin Wang awaits in anticipation to make his counter argument. Graspin Wang.
Maybe pain?
Bit of a reach, I think.
Not a good reach. For the
But
Wang.
thank you, Volcanic. Oh, there's controversy
reach for
about
a
Ace
Wang.
Attorney not being Phoenix, and then there's controversy about it being about Phoenix anyway. Can't win.
Yeah.
Can't win. Is that his name? Gaspin?
Yeah.
No, this is Winston Payne. He has a brother named Gaspin Payne, but his brother hasn't come up yet.
His brother comes up in 6?
I think 5.
Oh.
I think.
Anyway. Okay.
Winston. This guy winced. His brother gasped.
Shall we attempt to play a video game?
Sure.
Yes.
I guess.
All right. Appetite Before Murder. I don't remember what was leading into this cross-examination. But
The lady accused something. And
Well,
now
he's talking, though.
explaining. Yeah.
all right, let's talk to Phoenix, or have Phoenix talk to us. That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shoddy Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress.
What a jerk.
The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin.
And I was like, yo, did you do this?
Yo, what up, man?
Mr. Gavin,
What the fuck?
you were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder?
What the fuck?
I dine with him rather frequently.
And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder?
Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder.
I would hope it would be against your will.
I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him.
You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright?
the master planner, Phoenix Wright. He's always one step ahead. If I know these games and one character trait about Phoenix Wright, it's that he's
Knows what he's
basically
doing.
like Yagami.
Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial.
The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then, and now.
I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense.
Oh, he used his hobo like vibe against him.
It appears that I was wrong. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Man, Christoph and Phoenix are such bitchy boyfriends.
Justice,
Sir!
he's lying and you're going to expose him.
Understood, sir.
butt.
What
He's
part of
lying and
him is
he's
up
stupid.
The butt.
to you?
Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. The Alaskan Hero, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 16 months. Sorry. Phoenix with big, all according to Keikaku energy. You got that big cake. And Volcanic Ash Soap, thank you for the 10 bits. Guys, come up with a porn name for Winston Payne for me. I need this in my life right now as I compile a definitive list of Phoenix Wright porn names.
Wins in peg.
No. Why can't I have a normal trial? Appetite Before Murder. The Azamaga
I
thing.
like to think
Hmm.
that was a perfect representation of you asking me for help with a joke. Anytime you're like, Marin, what should I do for this joke? And then I'll be like, joke.
Peg.
And you'll be like, no.
Well, no, you won't say joke. You'll be like, sex thing. And I'll be like, no.
Still joke.
Yes. The Azamaga, thank you for the 5 bits. Just imagine Phoenix and Christoph having dinner And the whole time Phoenix is just internally going, God, I can't wait to accuse this guy of murder.
They've both been thinking that about each other for like 7 years.
This is like Will
Yeah.
Graham
It's
and
beautiful. I
Mads
love it.
Mikkelsen.
It's when it's
Will
like,
Graham and Mads
Mads
Mikkelsen.
Mikkelsen. It's great. There's that season 4 of Hannibal where Mads Mikkelsen is playing both himself and Hannibal.
and Hannibal Lecter.
It's a tour de force.
Appetite before
It's like he's perfectly like, you know, clean shaven, hair's perfect, like suit is immaculate as Hannibal, but then like as Mads Mikkelsen, he's like super scruffy,
He's wearing a gray sweatshirt and a blue beanie.
he's playing
lying
video
about
games.
whether or not he's ever heard about Star Wars.
He's like, I've read you to fuck so many times. I have. It was great research.
Shall I press? What's going on?
I think we press
Shove him.
Hey, you had dinner with Mr.
up against
Gavin?
the wall.
Hey,
Yes, he dines with me at
Glad-
the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently. We were enjoying.
Yeah, I know, right?
We were enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual. Usual. I always eat at the table closest to the piano, in case I want to reach over and be like, "Diddle-diddle-dee."
I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting.
So the plates and such on the table were you ate. They were from your dinner.
Indeed, the remnants of my meal with Christoph. The remnants of my meal.
He's trying. He's hanging out with Kristoff too much.
We dined for 2 hours.
Christoph has never said leftovers in his life.
They dined for 2 hours.
Yeah, what do you think they were doing, like, in between?
We dined for 2 hours, then Christoph left. After that,
You remember that episode of The Office where
yeah.
Phyllis and Bob Vance went to the bathroom together?
yes,
That's Phoenix and Christoph.
Jim and Pam were there.
5 minutes.
so the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time.
What? That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure. What is this? What's going on?
You'll just have to wait and see, Martin.
Oh, Mr. Wright, what was it you said? Christoph Gavin and Shadi Smith may have met.
Yeah. I believe I did say that.
Came out my mouth.
Here I was all nervous about this meeting. And now we hear they just passed in the hall? What the fuck?
That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder.
Weak sauce.
No, it would be, if that was all that really happened.
Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time?
What is on my mug of tea? It's just the classic Zootopia.
You sure like that mug.
It's great. It's perfect size. It's perfect. I'm blurry.
Perfect mug for furries.
Why am I? Hello, camera. Why are you blurry? There we go. When the trap failed, Smith hit the wait. Wow.
Are you okay?
I just can't believe he hit the waitress.
How about this failed trap? This is the same trap that Miss Olga Orley mentioned. Huh? Mentioned?
Plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand. And then deal 5 aces during one of their games. And when their hands were revealed, after reaching for his junk, Shawty would call him out and search Wright
For his junk.
for his junk. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut.
This is like he's so frustrated because he's tickling as hard as he can, and Phoenix isn't ticklish.
I forgot about his fucking hair. Look at his stupid hair.
I know.
so much. Why aren't you giggling? No, nothing. Sorry.
I haven't felt anything in 7 years, bud.
You swapped the cards.
It's free real estate. Thank you for reminding us,
Awesome.
Stolas, that it is indeed free real estate. Those, just to clarify, those prompts, those Rewards redeems are making noise, right? Because I can't hear them in my ears. Just want to make sure you guys are hearing them. Arikio, saying with the 10 bits, just had an image of Phoenix Wright as Jack Sparrow where someone says, you were actually telling the truth, to which he responds, I do that a lot, yet you people are always surprised. And there was noise. Okay, good. The Void of Depth thing with the bit was LK getting blurred out by the Japanese censors for being too sexual after taking a sip of tea.
I think that was it.
No, because then there would be lines.
Marin
Just
there,
little
just
random lines
enhancing a joke
randomly
by
across.
being very specific about it.
By being realistic.
Yes,
Marin's-
the best
Marin's
jokes.
like, I know, I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen the lines.
The best jokes are the most realistic jokes.
I'm
Rock
saying
Ruin.
that your head looks like a penis.
Very realistic. Rock Ruin, thank you for the 10 bits. I figured it out. Phoenix killed him because he touched his junk. Only Edgeworth is allowed to touch there. Hi, Ribbonfly.
Yami Kisara knows what I'm talking about.
Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. The legend of Phoenix Wright.
Yes, I am legendary. Yes, a harmless prank, in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it.
A quirk?
Thank you for the head pat, Lena Kira.
Isn't that like from My Hero?
I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card.
The card she planted!
Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of Hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game.
Exposed? Where?
Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. Pocket card! There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. That's real easy to do without drawing attention, by the way. Throwing a card in a bottle?
I think he rolled it up.
Yeah, I was gonna. But through is an
Through
interesting
is-
verb.
Yeah, I could have said I snuck the card in the bottle.
Yeah.
Or...
He's being cash.
I threw it in the bottle from across the room.
yeah, he like makes the most perfect dunk somehow.
This is where we learned.
He's like,
moonlit.
it's a secret, so I couldn't even cheer.
He also he moonlights as a poker player / piano player, and also sometimes moonlights as a professional Yu-Gi-Oh player.
An empty bottle of grape juice.
I'm like an empty bottle.
The murder weapon!
Rapper.
Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 10 bits. Phoenix must be a magician
Who's rolling up what? Who's
and shoving it
where?
in.
Uh,
A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like a terrific drama.
Yeah.
A card inside the murder weapon. That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. I will observe this bottle.
Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3 approves of this battle of wits.
Forgot that that's him.
Please revise your testimony with this new information.
I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle. Okay, so let's have a look at this bottle.
Yeah.
Where's that card at? Is it in there?
turn it upside down.
Been upside down?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see it in the butt.
The bottle is completely empty.
Okay, we're presenting that, I'm
I
guessing.
think that's it.
All right. Enna Kaiser, weird factoid. Phoenix shares his design with the protagonist of the mecha anime The Big O. Both the show and the first game were released at the same time. At a similar time.
Yeah, you remember that show?
I do, yeah.
That was on Toonami for a while, I
They
believe.
do look exactly the same.
Oh yeah, totally. They both have
Never-
weird eyebrows too.
Never,
They have the
never.
weird eyebrows. They've got. I mean, the weird eyebrows is kind of a weird. Like, I feel like that was a trope for a while in Japan.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, obviously the Big O is short for the objection.
Yes.
Python453, thank you for the follow. Speaking of.
Steve Bloom, baby.
Steve Bloom, baby.
He was
Mr.
the guy.
Yes.
Mr. Wright, if I may.
Yes.
I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here.
I hate it.
He does that.
He's like, I put it in the grape bottle juice, but then I tried to take a drink, and I forgot it was in
shit.
there.
No?
What, Mr. Wright? Surely ... isn't all you have to say for yourself.
Hi, baby.
I can't say that I know what happened to the card.
Sorry, I'm doing the wrong voice. I can't say that I know what happened to the card.
He's always a little too happy there.
I can't
I'm
say.
just a little baby. I don't know what happened to that card.
I'm Phoenix
I'm just a
Wright.
baby. I don't have any money.
I don't have any money. I'm just a baby.
I did put it in that bottle, however.
That's how he
Huh?
gets Kristoff to pay for dinner.
Huh?
Ah,
Huh?
Perhaps the fifth person came and took it out. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped.
I bet it was Steve Bloom, baby.
baby.
Perhaps Steve Bloom came in and helped.
Baby.
Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. And my ex-boyfriend, Your Honor.
Okay.
I won't have you disparaging our investigation with your hormones.
I like to see what Martin will accept as a line and just carry on with.
Yeah, that seemed good.
We looked inside that bottle. There was nothing.
What's going on?
What's going on, Meatball?
Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again?
Is he hoodwinking?
Or did the card just disappear?
In any case, please continue with the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence.
Avoided that. Thank you for the bit. I really hope the card doesn't magically appear somewhere now stained the same color as Payne's piss jacket. Ew. Ew.
Oh,
Who's peeing on everything?
Push him harder, Justice. Break him.
Jesus.
Yes.
What is
Yes. Yes.
Push him, Justice.
Shove him. Kabe don him.
Let me show you how to do it.
this? Huh? Rock Ruland, thank you for the
Justice,
10
shove him up
bits.
against the wall like this.
Rock Ruland,
And break him.
Rock Ruland, thank you for the 10 bits. Calling it now. He ate the card. He does have a history after all. He does put things in his
does.
mouth that shouldn't go there.
He does put things in his mouth.
That's not the only thing he was putting in his mouth. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO.
I'm so glad that you're horny now. Kristoff is here and you're horny.
Really,
I am not normal around Kristoff Gavin.
Barrel Soupy unlocked. I need you to start voicing him like Jigglypuff now. I need to-
him. Push him harder, Justice.
Turn down for what?
okay. Thank you, Lena Kira, for bunking Soupy. And thank you, Ankoko no Megami, for turning it down for what? Thank you. I do appreciate that. Okay. Are we saying this line? Did we say it?
Yes.
Okay.
ugh. Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore?
You're not.
So we're just going through this again? Okay. Voided App, thank you for the bit. Thankfully for Miles, it wasn't the first 5 he had swallowed. What?
5 inches, probably.
Oh, God.
That wasn't even my joke.
I know. I'm still reacting. I will get there eventually, Vampiro.
You made
We
the
might
ca-
want to look through the evidence, by the way, because we haven't seen most of it in 2 weeks.
That's true. Let's get through this bit and then we'll do that.
Okay.
You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct?
Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down in the hideout. God, they had that name.
Was anyone else on the first floor at that time?
Not a soul. It was the middle of the night after all. So there, in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. Alright, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Blood streaming. Wait, a cut in his forehead? What? Is that a cut? I guess it looks like one. I get a little bit.
But it wasn't.
No, it's a tattoo, isn't it?
No, it's.
I mean-
it's a bonk.
It's a bonk.
I thought that was like, maybe I'm thinking of a different game where somebody had something on his head. I feel like I played something recently where somebody had like a thing on their head. Oh, is horny gel not working? Oh, I see. There's a cooldown. Okay, so it's a bonk, not a cut, right? Read the
Yeah,
description.
let's try that.
Well, read the description.
I don't see blood streaming. Maybe that's it. I don't remember.
I mean, it's streaming backwards.
It
That's-
don't. Is it? Do you think I should try this?
Just try it.
Why not?
No, it's not.
Your
Now
Honor,
he's gonna have a drink.
what do you think about the witness's statement?
I'm not sure I follow you.
What do you think about those stinky words?
I'm really thirsty, by the way.
It's clearly, contradicts the, I thought...
You don't sound very sure, Mr. Justice. Objection overruled.
We gotta give him a drink. There we go.
Give it that Mountain Dew, baby.
Baby. Steve Bloom is off screen handing the Mountain Dew to him. Baby. All right. So,
Was Steve Bloom giving Godot his coffee too?
yes.
Yeah, I think so,
Alright.
yes.
I don't think that won me any
Wow.
points with the judge.
Steve Bloom must be bored.
Thank you, Voidodette, for redeeming the hydrate command. I will.
What is that?
It means I should
Can
drink
we,
water.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Can we look at the evidence again?
Yeah. Was that autopsy? Is there an autopsy report? A single blow to the forehead. Maybe it's the autopsy.
What's the photo that was next to that one?
Thank you, Namsu. I appreciate that. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, the hat was removed. So he would have not. He wouldn't
You know
seen
what,
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's it.
There you go. No
Because
blood.
I think the photo without the hat was taken by the police. wasn't
Right.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wouldn't have seen that shit.
Yeah.
Volcanic Cash Up, thank you for the 10 bits. Apollo.
Your Honor, what do you think about this statement?
Judge seems suspicious. Apollo. If you give me a penalty here, I'll just reload my save and try again. Judge, whoever you're up against is guilty as fuck. Apollo, that's better. I've not had to. I guess I have reloaded a save once or twice. Usually at the chat's request.
we?
Well, because we wanted to see the miracle never happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't count as getting things wrong and then reloading with like a
Nah.
full bar though.
We are completely flawless in this game.
We've never made a mistake.
Never.
Not one.
Mr. Wright, if I may.
You meant
Snow the First.
You mayn't.
Snow the First. You just got here in my immediate question. Why does Kristoff have a soup can for a head? That's our good friend Soupy, who is playing the role of Kristoff amongst others in our little
Hi.
playthrough. And I had to identify them somehow.
And I
Maybe
wanted
Ghost
to be
Carol.
Christoph Gavin with a soup can for a head.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yes?
There's one way I want to be known to the world.
Take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could, see blood on his forehead.
Good point.
Justice.
The music.
Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court?
Why?
I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put that hat on his head. Eh?
You.
He looks cold. You put the hat on the dead man's head?
It made me feel bad.
He wore it. He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining bright, just like in this photograph,
Shining bright.
like a diamond.
Hoo-ha!
And
Ooh-ha.
Drax
Hoo-ha.
TV, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha!
Ooh-ha.
Hoo-ha.
Ooh-ha.
I picked his hat up off the floor and put it on his head.
Why the fuck would you do that?
All I can say is, Gomen aside.
Warui desu ne.
But that's the only thing I touched at the crime scene.
So, Miss O really didn't see it?
Orally.
It being the victim's, his head.
I'd think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head.
Here we go again.
With the head. Phoenix and
With the head already.
He was talking about my head too.
Mr. Gavin? Are you familiar with Phoenix's head?
Yeah.
Pardon.
Haven't put it in my mouth, no.
It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case.
Not
Hey,
lie with me one way.
hey, he's still our client, isn't he?
I believe that's enough of that.
Mr. Gavin?
This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies.
What that head do?
what what that head do, right?
What that brain do?
He knows the answer to that. It's nothing. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago. I'm beginning to see how you came.
Oh,
Well,
that was very catty of him.
yeah, I mean, they're being real bitches at each other.
Yeah,
I know. I love it.
I've been thinking about this for years.
It's a
When did
very
this game come out?
unique.
2007.
It's a very unique like kind of flow of case, just because you don't normally have the person on the stand and the instructor to the defense attorney going at each other quite like this. It's usually
I mean, we had like a tiny bit of it with like Mia and Dahlia.
yeah, that was it.
But not to this scale. I
No.
feel
Yeah,
like.
not
That
even
wasn't
when she was
spoken.
like fully
That was Mia.
Yeah, and they
developed.
were like, you know, their family, but like they hadn't like seen each other for a long time and they barely knew each other. But like
Yeah.
this is just Phoenix and Kristoff being catty bitches. It's so good.
That's right, they were family.
You certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Kristoff. I never knew.
I believe it was you who threw the first stone.
Shut up!
Stop kissing each other.
Shut the fuck up.
Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never.
Ricky, I was thanking for the 10 bits. Just noticed Gavin could use that very pointy ponytail for a weapon. Wonder if he's related to the hair guy. Attention, lawyers.
He's related to a hair guy,
Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here.
unlike some other bitches in this room.
Here we go again.
When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well.
Reason?
That reason is right here.
Your shitty phone?
That night, recall that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Apollo,
You two just fuck already. I get to charge you by the hour anyways.
just in case I recorded our conversation.
What's this?
Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court.
This
Why
is a two-party consent state.
Hang on, why would the police not have checked this? I feel. I guess they
You'd
would.
think.
I don't know.
They were probably like, this is a shitty Nokia. What can it do anyway?
Kristoff, I seem to be in a bit of trouble.
What's this? Game not going well?
Even
Should've been
Catty in this
Phoenix's, like,
situation.
ACAB.
Something like that.
That gentleman who challenged you. He turned out to be good?
Not as good as you.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
He turned
Yeah.
out to be dead. Sorry. Turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard.
He was hard, you say?
Ugh.
You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china pate? 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 I'm so
What?
I'm
confused.
guessing
Sir, what are you talking about?
China plate?
Are
Maybe?
you
I don't-
talking about his head?
Hold on.
What's that? pate.
It says, yeah, pate, a person's head.
Ah.
Bone
It looks
China
like a typo.
Pate.
It's a head? Oh, he's
Bone
being
China-
Kristoff. He's being a douche.
Yeah, he's being an idiot.
What the fuck is a bone china pate?
It's just his head, and he's also describing
Oh.
him as being extremely bald.
He's calling him bald in his own shitty way.
Kristoff, go twirl your hair.
The Azulmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. He's calling him bald.
It
Being a posh
wasn't you,
twat.
was it?
Me.
Twat.
Me. Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that.
Oh, it will. I mean, what?
Bone china plate? What? What the fuck? Who says that?
I'm glad it was written this way and it wasn't just not acknowledged.
Phoenix is like, don't worry, you're not an idiot. He's just an asshole.
A kind of porcelain.
Phoenix is like, I had to look it up too.
A
On
kind,
my Nokia, no less.
a kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny, and it's plate, and not plate, but pate. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead, which means
I wonder
that.
what that must have been in Japanese.
Oh, that means.
There must have been some sort of pun that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's an important thing though because it must have to be like they're highlighting the fact that he knew he was bald, which means he shouldn't have been able to know that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Bitch.
That's why this guy has hair like up to where a hat would sit,
Yes.
so that he could
He
have
could
been
have been.
possibly not bald.
Yeah.
All for Kristoff.
Yeah. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead.
Nobody talk about how bald I am.
Don't talk about my pate.
Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So
And
after
it's great because Kristoff told on himself because only Kristoff
Yeah.
would say bone china pate.
Yeah, that's on him.
Phoenix
It's the
Wright
same-
would never.
It's the same thing with the color of the cards.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's such an asshole.
He's so stupid. I love him.
His
You
thesaurus,
fucking prick.
his thesaurus has betrayed him.
They
So,
make him out to be such a villain, and he's not even good at it.
No.
It
He's
is-
begging to be
it is
caught.
literally Hannibal though, because it's literally like how
Yeah,
Hannibal.
he confesses once an episode.
Yeah. Okay, and now I see why you love this guy.
so after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club?
Most certainly.
Then how did he know?
See, I was telling Martin that if we watch Hannibal, we have to watch it with you so you can narrate it for us.
You know, we could watch it over Discord.
It's true.
It's true.
When did he see this bone china pate?
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. Here's a little gift from Myron and Soupy and Yuma, and yes, it's official and published by Capcom.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I think they've
It's
seen
because
this.
he's
and I
bisexual.
like this. It's Edgeworth in
Love
the
Love this.
chef, the apron.
He's trying. They're
Not
making
just that, but-
Valentine's Day chocolates
But Edgeworth's reference photo of Phoenix is him just like right out of the shower
and shirtless,
and
and he's very
shirtless
happy.
and wet.
L
And he
Train.
looks very intensely at it.
L Train, thank you for cashing your start. It's for an. It's because he's bisexual.
When did he
It
see
is
this
because he's bisexual.
bone china pate?
Oh, that's right.
Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light.
Your good friend.
Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court.
Hoo-ha!
Papa Boris, thank you
Hoo-ha.
for cashing in your star chips for a hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha!
Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head?
I will not be explaining my hoo-ha to the court.
Give us detailed information about your experience with head.
How much head do you have? Have you given?
So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on.
Thank you, L Train, for catching your star chips for a gay lovemaking. And Liam1234. Liam, thank you for the follow. Liam1234, Liam. Your point, Mr. Gavin.
It's come down to this, has it? Phoenix, right?
The Azul Magia, thank you for redeeming the hydrate command there, Grumpster. Oh. The Azul Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. I feel like Kristoff could just say that he saw Shardy take off his hat when he passed by him earlier or something. He could. He could very easily.
But he's not smart enough for that.
He can think of other words for regular words, but he can't think of good words to explain away why he didn't do something.
Order? I will have order. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe this court has been left with no other choice.
Hell yeah, Liam.
Are you prepared to hear defense attorney Gavin's testimony?
Well, as the prosecutor,
Okay.
Shut up! We'll break for 10 minutes.
Oh, Wildfire Vivi, hello everyone. I have a fabulous gay update. I'm part of my local LGBTQIA plus community groups committee. Haven't been assigned the position yet, but it's either treasurer or deputy chair. We are focused on education and
Yay.
awareness, and I'm excited to be helping people. That's fantastic,
That's awesome.
Wildfire Vivi.
That's very sexy stuff.
Congratulations. That's really awesome. Very cool.
Meatball, what do you think?
Meatball.
He's slow blinking. You like the gays, Meatball? Yeah.
He does.
He gave a little nod.
After which Mr. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination.
He's going to be very cross.
Are we all clear on that? Crystal clear, Your Honor.
Didn't have any fancy words for crystals.
Very well. This will be the final recess for the day.
Papa Bar-
Practically clear, Your Honor.
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. The photo Edgeworth has the fact he is doing this, and the look on his face and the sweat means that Capcom have confirmed, not confirmed, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, that Edgeworth definitely has the hots for Phoenix. I mean...
And that was also for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And making homemade chocolates for somebody is like a very intimate gesture.
This
I forgot we're still on 420.
This needs to be replaced with the Shrek. Actually, let me find this here.
Somebody once told me.
Not even the Shrek. We're gonna do this. Here we go. Save. Blah blah blah.
I liked the one that we did last night. That was Pyramid Head taking a nice walk through a park.
You liked that?
I like that he had a different outfit in each one.
He had a different casual outfit and at least one dog, or at least one leash.
It
One
really
of
looked
them-
like Pyramid Head likes athleisure.
Yeah.
There we go.
I also liked that one of them, it looked like he was wearing stilettos and was just
fixed it.
carrying like a leash, not anything on it.
I
He
fixed
lost
it.
the dog.
Papa Boris, I'm with the bit. I'm so fucking horny now. Excuse me, I have to go do something sinful. No, by all means. That's what we do all the time. I've fixed the image. I don't know if you've seen that, Marin.
Yes, I see it, and I'm really upset.
Of course.
It
April,
looks like Phoenix is Kabe donning himself. Well, it looks like
Kinda, yeah.
reverse hair Phoenix is Kabe donning correct hair Phoenix.
So
April-
my problem, I've never tried this like AI thing, but
Mm.
like it seems to really fuck up the eyes of anything
Oh,
you
the-
tried to
Yes.
suggest.
yeah, the faces
So what
are
if you
bad.
just tried to generate eyes?
I will try it right
What do
now.
they look like?
I'll try it right now. But as we're waiting for that to do that, April 20th, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Sniper, I'm doing okay right now. Thank you for checking in. I've obviously had health issues over the last several years, but right now I'm relatively stable. I'm doing okay right now. Thank you for checking in.
Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Probably making out. Who'd have thought today would turn out like this?
This isn't a poker game. You guys are having sex with each other.
May I?
Oh,
Oh,
who
wait,
that?
who's Trucy?
Who we doing?
Who's
I-
really
I-
Trucy?
I think it was me
Okay.
because basically Marin has to take over the like gumshoe role now because that's Emma.
Right. Okay.
But
You
also
Trucy.
like this is gonna be like the least little girl voice the little girl has ever had.
That's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I can't do it. It's gone.
The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. They all look as if Phoenix and Edgeworth cut off the faces of the Simpsons and slapped them over their own. Oh, you mean in the background there? And Master Dark 9999, thank you for the 30 bits. I have a request. Could you have this voice be robotic like... Sorry. I did on accident when I started voicing or playing this game. I laughed so hard when I did. I'm going to let Soupy choose the voice, honestly.
I don't have any of the fancy mods and stuff.
Yeah. And Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. New Starship redeem idea for these streams. And that clip from Simpsons where Homer has his jaw wired shut is a fancy gala and just says, I'm horny. Also, you weren't great. I send my good vibes to you. Good vibe powers activate. Thank you, Papa Boris. I don't know the clip you're talking about, but I will keep I will think about it.
Huh? What?
Hello, sir. Please pick a card.
What's all this about? Is this one okay?
It's red.
Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it.
A trump card?
The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely and the game is yours.
Are we LARPing Kingdom Hearts right now? What's going on?
Yes. That's all. Also, look how giant my shoes are.
Shit.
An ace. Where do I remember that card from? Maybe
Hey, man,
every other
Sora.
playing card pack I've ever seen.
Magical pigeons.
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces, and Mr. Wright's 2. It is 5 aces in all. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you.
Oh, that's the 5th ace. Wow. I mean, sorry, I just got the I. I wrote I.
Is it fucked up?
It's not. I mean, it slightly, but it's given that it basically, you know, it retrieves all these graphical the images that it's using from probably Google. It probably just found a bunch of eyes and was able to replicate it just fine. I'll put it on the stream just for now, just so I obviously introduced that I was going to do it, so I'll show you guys. But it's not as exciting as you might think. There you go. It's just eyes. That one has 2 pupils, which is weird.
Oh, waiting for the scream.
And
the
the one
stream
in the
to
bottom
catch
center
up.
is weird, but
Oh.
Oh. That's really not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, considering how horrific the eyes are on everything else.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That
basically just-
bottom center
That
one
bottom
is-
middle one is
bottom
not
one
okay.
is very upsetting.
There's a couple that have a couple pupils.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's something that can happen in real life, I think. Like that top middle one, I think that can happen.
really.
The
I think so.
eyelashes on the middle row are pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Anko Kanumagami, thank you for cashing in your starships for the Proto Badger. And Papa Boris, thank you for the bit. I see. Yami Kasara, if you look up Dolly, so basically Wally with a D, you can probably find it.
The missing 5th ace. Wait, this blotch of red. Is this blood?
Erikios, thank you for the 10 bits. Bardock. It's
Better
just...
taste it and find
Turn
out.
down for what?
And Snazzy Azzy, thank you for cashing your status for a turn down for what? Erikios, thank you for the 10 bits. Bardock. It's just eyes from the abridged movie. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen that, so I don't know what the... I don't know how to do that line or whatever you're doing.
I'm lucky to remember my name,
Especially now that it's been changed officially.
right? I'm so confused.
You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth.
Here's your fart card.
My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it.
How did Phoenix Wright raise a perfectly normal person like that?
Don't speak prematurely, please.
Yeah.
This blood
Wait till
stain.
Shadowbringers.
Wait till chat.
I was being sarcastic because obviously she's being a magician.
This blood
It's
stained.
also more like she raised Phoenix, you know?
Oh, really?
This blood-stained card is my trump card for finding the truth?
Yeah, Phoenix can't help. He needs a woman of some variety to keep
Some
him
variety.
upright.
He
Yeah.
needs a weird little girl at all times.
I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this all meant. That girl. I'd seen her recently, but where?
How do you forget?
That's when I made the connection.
I mean, she did just say my father, right? So,
He's like, I'm making connections. Shut up.
I gotta
Bloody.
press the brain button first.
Bloody Ace added to the court record.
Bloody ace!
Bloody ace.
That's Bloody Ace. April 20th, 2:45 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. We're inching closer to 420, 420. The Void Adept. Hi, Stroymex. How's it going? Void Adept, thank you for the bit. This bloodstained trump card isn't good enough for a place in my deck, but it might make a good coaster for my drink.
Court will now reconvene. Defense Attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand?
Bubblies and Yummies, thank you for following. Look at him, he's huge.
Yeah, big boy.
Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne.
Deuce,
He's
thank
like, get me a box. I need to look taller.
Deuce, thank you for the 10 bits. When she was first shown, how many people thought she was the daughter of Phoenix and Maya? I don't
Nobody.
know about that. Yeah, I've never. I have to admit, like, even as somebody who played the games when they first came out, and wasn't like thinking about who shipped with who, I just never registered any kind of connection there.
Because here's the thing. Maya was like 11 when Trucy was born. So there's that.
There's that. Yeah, why would anyone
Yeah.
think it was a biological thing? All right.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was too busy thinking about, well, Phoenix Wright can't have a kid because how is he going to
Yeah.
get pregnant with Miles Edgeworth?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Your Honor. Will the witness state his name and occupation?
Is this farce necessary, Your Honor?
He looks like he's like barely fitting in there. Like the whole thing is like straining. Like, how did they get him in?
My big.
I didn't even walk through the doors.
I have to turn sideways.
Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom. Fine, I'll play along.
Judge is canonically a fan of Genshin Impact and Stranger Things. Volcanic, thank you for the 10 bits. This heat-driven drain clogger isn't good enough for my toilets, but it might make a good roaster for my sink.
First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat?
By secret, I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith was bald.
Duskbringer, thank you for the 10 bits. Yeah, one time we had to get an exorcist afterwards. Something about an evil spirit. It was weird. Ah, yes. Stranger things have happened.
Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it.
That's dangerous.
I'm good at talking.
No, it's okay. That's difficult. An inordinate interest. Like, Yuribo26, thank you for the follow. It's the man.
He's like, you're full of
The guy.
shit.
I'm still
Oh,
here to
there he
bitch at
is.
you.
Don't think you've gotten away from me.
I'm paying you, I think.
Vic, thank you for the bits. Did I miss any sex or gay joke? I just got hit. You missed a plethora.
Many.
Oh yes.
I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin.
Plethora. That is a Gavin word. Right
Mr.
there.
Wright!
What do you think you're doing, right? That's my little guy.
Wow, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo?
Oh, he's so cute.
Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off, except for that one time. That one time being the instant he was hit.
When he died.
That one time. The Azel Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. He stole the objection music away from Apollo. It's kind of funny how
Yeah,
it went like that.
boy. Classic.
Oh,
When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to be at the scene of the crime. At the time of the crime.
Papa Bar saying with the 5 bits, this bard doesn't deserve a place in my pack, but it might make a good hoster for my kink.
In other words, you'd have to be the real killer. It's what you're trying to say.
A Vampiro,
Fucking murderer.
Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. Damn it, Phoenix, just tell us the truth. You're being very
No, he
Godot
wants
right
to
now.
play. He wants to play, and I'm having fun.
He's flirting.
He's flirting.
Not bad, Apollo.
Oh, his little
The
side
dumper.
sprite is so cute. Tiny.
I know you're looking at my butt.
How'd I get that through the door? Mr. Gavin? I'm afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with the court.
I am too sexy to be here. Goodbye.
I'm leaving.
What? Hang on. I'm too sexy to be here, but I'm still here.
Oh, I assure you, I have the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright.
Vic, can I add a sex joke count command? We'd be here all day doing that.
If it made like a ding noise every single time.
Yeah.
Literally that ding noise it just made.
Sex joke!
With an increasing number.
Ah, I observed a sex joke.
I perceived it.
My
Yet
eyes
I'm
went-
afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide anything.
Thank you for the head nod, Vic. And I see what you're saying. It's something we can consider. I don't want to get the chat too inundated with commands because I will have trouble keeping up. And that's my main concern is if I can keep up. I do understand everybody wants to have a good time and play around and stuff. and
Everybody wants to have fun. But
I
we
just-
can't
I-
have fun.
What? Papa Bar is saying with the 5 bits, Apollo. Holy shit, when did you get here? Phoenix, I've always been here, Apollo. In your heart. Also, you're the new protagonist. You haven't got a Maya, and you just lost your Mia, so I'm your Mia now. Stop looking there. My tits.
Very well. Allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night. Finally, you may begin your testimony. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night?
All right, that fateful night.
The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club.
He sensed rage in that guy.
I sensed rage in that guy.
Bad man.
I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout.
The little window. We can see that right there.
Yes.
Seems like you wouldn't be able to see much.
Also, they keep saying that night, but it looks fucking
Yeah.
bright as fuck out
Yeah,
there.
what is out there?
There's a
Like,
street light right there. Or maybe it was daylight savings time and it was like 7 o'clock.
Could have been. It must have been right after the murder took place.
Maybe around 6:37.
I don't remember. It might have been daylight savings. The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand.
classic Phoenix.
Classic Wright. I sensed that was not the best place for me to be at the time, and so I left.
He was like, awkward.
There's a dead guy. Ooh. I want to be here.
That's when the call came from Wright. But he could have just talked to me because I was right there.
Yeah.
So you witnessed the murder?
Let me see.
No, I witnessed a murdered guy.
I was there when the murder nearly happened.
Could we listen to the
Just missed it, Mr. Payne.
Papa Bar is saying with the 5 bits? It was in April, so that means it wasn't Christmas yet. Months away from Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Well, April is when daylight savings time happens. Around there, Easter time. So,
Yeah.
True.
yeah.
For better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. I almost said the dead.
The moment of the dead.
The moment of the dead.
The
I like that he says for better or worse. It's like, it could have been cool, but... Volcanic Ash, so thank you for the 100 bits. Phoenix writes Triple G, Big Bazonga, Boingy Boingers. I don't know this meme, but I'm going to say it. His mommy milky mammaries, his giant gorgeous gazongas, his succulent slurpy suck plates, his mega moving melons.
Messages by Miles Edgeworth.
I'm getting it from all sides.
Man, we
Oh.
were playing Final Fantasy 14 yesterday, and Tracy showed us our bunny titties. Ooh,
Yeah,
beautiful
mods,
bunny
you know.
titties. Yeah.
Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team? Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. But also, he's the witness, so
Yeah.
what else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand after all.
Looking real big on it.
I saw Phoenix Wright being a
My
total
tits are
bitch.
huge.
So you are, Mr. Gavin.
Excuse me, bitch.
And you had to testify as you just did.
Excuse me, bitch.
You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window.
Mr. Wright?
Can I be in the game? You had to say that.
Apollo's like, love inside jokes. Would love to be a
Would
part
love to
of
be
one
part of one
someday.
someday. You had to say that. Because that was the only probable window of opportunity. Right, Apollo?
Oh,
His little sprite. I just want to sit on his face. He's so cute.
Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared?
yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder and hotter.
Mm. Sugoi.
That fateful night.
Sugoi.
I'm guessing we're
Dude, yay.
pressing,
I think we're pressing.
but I'm guessing it's about that window.
Let's look at that little window.
The little window.
Vic, thank you for the bit. Phoenix is like, if I have to suffer through the sex jokes, so do you, Apollo.
That petite window.
You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs?
Yes, a relic of the ancient past. The Black Marketeers used it, I believe.
A relic of the ancient past.
Why did you go through the trouble of peeking in through the window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go in the room?
Wouldn't you been easier to shut up?
That's what you sound like. Doesn't that sound dumb?
Void Adept, thank you for the bit. Christoph's move here is so stupid since he no longer is being a zealous advocate for his original client, Phoenix, and neither Phoenix or the judge has dismissed his counsel. It would be grounds for a mistrial and sanctions, but obviously Japanifornia law sucks.
We're just
Christoph is
lucky.
not smart.
We're just lucky everyone showed up on time.
Yeah. I didn't want to upset Wright, you see.
Upset Mr. Wright?
Even though everything I've said in this entire trial was with the intent of upsetting Mr. Wright.
Indeed.
By the way, Mr. Wright, you look ugly.
You smell terrible. Yes, what if my fears have been unfounded? I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least.
Bad form. Sorry. Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. Phoenix, please stop talking about my tits. Apollo, just to be clear, I'm definitely going to bring up your double whammies. Your melons are off the table. Hooters are a no-go area. Ixnay on the Evich clay. Shelly
I would love
Kitten.
to ixnay on his Evich play.
Shelly Kitten, thank you for raiding. Welcome. I was talking about boobs. I hope you're having a good...
Would you like to do it say on his ace face, Baron?
Yes! I would love to say all over his ace fay. And perhaps... I'm trying to think of how to say orgasm in Pig Latin and it's not working. I don't know how to do... I forget how you do that. How you do
Okay.
the vowels. Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, anyway, welcome, Shelly Kitten. Thank you for the raid. I do appreciate it. Hope you had a good time playing Persona 5 Royal. I hope that you're having a nice time. I'm going to hydrate. Thank you, Arikios, for reminding me.
I'm so glad that Soupy is now unlocked. I'm glad we got the Soupy with the double like fans so we can unlock this GPU. really let it run hot.
You said this?
I'm so normal. Yes.
Huh. So far, everything he's saying makes sense.
Grab the Ouble for the Egatorium pay.
Egatorium.
How do you know it was right after the murder?
We're gonna go Egg Pay. Egg Pay and the Egatorium pay.
And just the Egatorium could also be a whole other thing. Anyway.
That's a different fetish.
Yeah. That's a different fanfic for a different time. Really, no need to shout, Justice. I was just getting to that part in my testimony.
Ah, there he is. The coolest defense in the West we know and love.
No one calls him that. No way.
Yeah, right? Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change.
I was afraid you'd change too, right? But you haven't.
I never change my clothes, you know that.
Yeah, I know. It's. I'm pretty sure I see the same stains on your hoodie from like 5 years ago.
Get some fucking OxiClean, Jesus.
Yeah, you and that overbearing smell of yours.
I had to get rid of the smell of bad art somehow. I had to
You
become
know I know
the
this
smell.
full of shit. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits, Judge. Okay, now it's time to review the evidence before laying down a verdict. Apollo, will you stop playing with those? But they're so big. Judge, what has this courtroom turned into, Edgeworth? Why are you here? Oh, for fuck's sake. There's a lot going on there.
Everyone's so horny today.
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
I love these bitches.
By photo? You mean the second photograph of the crime scene?
Precisely. You see, he wasn't wearing his hat then. I saw his head when he was dead.
And then Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat.
Strong Lion, thank you for the follow.
Can you describe the scene of the crime for us?
Hey, Charlie Scene. All right. Keep pressing.
Is winning.
Not a reference to that person, actually.
Those were
Oh,
the
no.
only 3 at the scene of the crime.
Damn.
Yes. As far as I saw, at least.
Then we're back where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been?
Oh, I'm sorry. But why didn't you talk to the police? I was just vibing.
Two reasons. Number one, fuck the police. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend.
Strong Lion says, I feel like the judge voice we always hear from dubbing of these games sounds very American. What does a British judge sound like? Any different? I guess. Well, the judges in England are pretty much, well, the classic ones are like, well, order, order. Sort of like that.
In it! Or something.
In it. It's justice, in it.
We'll have to have Martin voice the judge in Great Ace Attorney.
Yeah!
Oh,
that's in
sure, I'm
London.
down.
In jolly old London.
It's London.
Ed Stevens,
We're
thank you
gonna
for the-
have Martin be every character that could conceivably have a British accent.
Sure thing.
All right, so you'll be Kazuma, I'll be Ryunosuke, and Martin will be everyone else.
Everyone else.
I don't know who any of these people are. Ed Stevens, thank you for the 3 bits. Okay, did you... Oh, Apollo. Okay, did you two make out or something? Phoenix, it was during the time when me and Miles were apart, no big deal. Did you say this, Soupy? I'm sorry, there's a lot
Yes.
going on.
No worries.
Phoenix is just clarifying that he kissed Kristoff, but only when Miles Edgeworth and him were not dating. That's what that was.
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. It's hard to keep the narrative that's going on with Marin and Soupy separate from the narrative that's going on in the chat to the narrative that's going on behind me to the narrative that's going on in the game.
And now we're talking about the Great Ace Attorney.
And that.
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime.
Justice. I just said I saw no one. Not a soul.
But that goes against what Mr. Wright said.
Ah, yes, this mysterious fourth person. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose.
Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin.
Let me pose a question, then. Tell me,
Spellbound Tutor, thank you for the 100 bits. You're doing your best, LK. You got this. Thank you. I'm trying.
It's because we haven't done this in 2 weeks.
yeah. What possible reason did the real killer have to swap the cards in the victim's hand?
Papa Boris, thank you for the 5 bits. Phoenix Wright, Ace Bazongas, just tits for all. I'm flashing back hard to a time in my youth when I first got the internet, and the way I would hang out in IRC chats was I would just sit there. I would make all kinds of sex jokes constantly, like just constantly, to the point that I had to be like taken aside, figuratively, by people who were running the chat and say, dude, all you fucking do is make sex jokes. We need you to not do that so much, please. And I'm not saying that that's what I'm telling you guys. I'm just reminded that I had to filter that out of my own personality, which is why I'm in this situation now, and I'm not participating as much.
If the game didn't give us so much to go off
That's
of,
true.
This is also like our ultimate horny game.
yeah.
If you don't want horny, you pick the wrong game.
These are like my two ultimate horny characters who are here.
Yeah. Stupia has been waiting for over a year for this.
That's true. You said this?
Yes.
Okay. Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits. Y'all need Jesus. It's true. And the
Where's
void of
Black Kawaii Jesus?
and the void
Are
of
you in the chat today?
and the void of that. Thank you for the bit.
If he's not in the chat, he's in my heart.
Always.
And the void of that. Thank you for the bit. The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. Grab your dick and double click for porn, porn, porn. Speaking of flashing back to 20 years ago.
Turn down for what?
And thank you for cashing in your star chips and Kokono Megami for turn down for what? Volcanic Ash Sub, thank you for the 10 bits. Super Marin seem like people who would sooner play this than go play a hentai game.
This
Yeah.
is better.
This is better.
hornier.
Objectively better.
Hoo-ha!
I get substance and the
Hoo-ha.
horny. And the horny is of my
Hoo-ha.
imagination.
Papa Boris, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a hoo-ha.
Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary.
How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the 5th ace. The 5th ace. Right.
Well, Mr. Justice? The question of why the killer would swap out a card has been raised. Can you point to a reason?
Had blood on it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
It's
This
now
weird
or
little girl
never.
gave me
What?
evidence.
What's not what?
This weird little girl gave me as evidence.
yeah.
Yeah, here's the
No, it
thing.
must
that-
be legit.
Yeah.
It's now or never.
Keep that thought process in mind for about 4 cases from now.
Oh, okay.
The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why a card was swapped out.
Then go ahead and point out your reason, Mr. Justice. Why did the killer take the 5th ace?
It's got blood on it. Right?
Bloody.
My reason is, this.
Is that an ace? Is that an asexual
Lovely aces
person?
and
Why?
eights.
Why, it's got blood on it. Right next to the spade.
Deuce, thank you for the 5 bits. Card is full of red jizz. read
You
it.
need to go to a
as I
doctor
read it.
if that's what's going on.
Get your card
What?
checked.
What?
Anyway,
What?
he's twitching.
Go to a doctor.
Red jizz.
Jesus Christ.
That is disgusting. Why wasn't I told about this? Go to the doctor. Why? Why are you here? Why are you jizzing on evidence?
Could this be?
Could it be?
Could this be the missing fifth ace? Inconceivable. How could you?
He's getting the sexy face.
What are you doing with that card?
Thank you, Senmara, for the head pat. Papa Boris saying with the 5 bits. Apollo, hey, Christoph, look, the ace of spades. Christoph, what does that do? Apollo, you lose.
Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl.
Oh, that card. It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards are her stock and trade, after all. Objection!
No. Impossible. Unacceptable.
Objection!
The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud.
Thank you for redeeming Hydrate Strong Lion. I appreciate it. A fraud? How can you be so sure?
What?
I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason? Oh, we got a snorfing dog. You okay, Phil?
Aw.
She's snorfing. Are you okay?
May she rest in peace.
Regularly scheduled
Good.
snorfing.
You good?
No one's paying attention.
She's okay. What if this trace of blood was the reason?
The reason for I was distracted by snorfing.
For the killer to take the card from the scene of the
Kane
crime.
was the one snorfing in the background.
For the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime.
Where are you going with this?
Take another look at the photo and at the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down to the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards? The Lightbox87, thank you for the follow.
I suppose.
The killer then took the card to hide the blood.
Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible,
Oh?
and it's because I said so. Right. Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer.
Hey.
You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence.
Oh, we can discuss the finer points of our legal system later.
In the bedroom.
What's important now is that I've answered your question.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now, I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see. Objection!
This is baseless conjecture. Baseless.
No, I think you'll find it's quite based.
You're cringe.
Yell at him.
Oh, pointing hobo. Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. He's fucking said it.
When you just said that, like, just now, right before this line came up, right? I was like, holy shit.
Wait.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna screen print this and I'm gonna paste it anytime somebody tells me I'm not based.
How did... That's crazy. That's crazy. The Azulmagia, thank you for the 5 bits. It actually is based. Yes. Oh, I assure you, it's
Ace
quite...
Attorney's memes are either way ahead of their time or
Or way after.
way in the past.
Holy shit. It's quite based. L Train, thank you for the 100 bits, Martin. Be like, I can see the future.
This just remember this is the same case that they're also making oh really owl jokes.
Yeah, right?
What?
Great to see you, Demon. I don't know if you've been there for a while. I'm sorry if I missed you, but great to see you. It's amazing, really, how a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. Sorry, I got distracted by him talking about a single drop of blood, and I was like thinking about Thanos. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo?
Yes?
Try picturing the scene of the crime in your head. So he could see the back of his head from that window. Right? Whoa!
Could've been able 3D!
It's virtual reality, baby!
Bang, bing, boom.
Get your VR headset. We're investigating a crime scene.
Put on your 3D glasses now.
It'd be fun to have a game where you like investigate crime scenes in VR, but also you can just like fuck up the entire crime scene just by moving around.
I mean, they do have LA Noire VR.
Really?
Yeah.
But can you mess up the crime scene?
You can, like, mess around with things, but you don't actually, like, have any repercussions for it, as far as I know.
Oh, really?
I don't know. They need... I'm sure they've got
It would
so
be
many...
fun to have a game where there were repercussions. So it's like if you accidentally move things out of place, you just fail the investigation.
Right. Just Little Thief VR. Vampiro, thank you for the 5 bits in 3D. The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with this scene.
Well, what is it?
Well, he couldn't have seen the back of his head, which is the only thing he could have seen from that window, right? Because his card wouldn't be behind him. My assumption. Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on a card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? The victims? The killers? The witnesses? The second witnesses? Whose position doesn't fit with the bloody card? Void Adept, thank you for the bit, K Faraday. Hey, that was my gimmick. Did Mr. Edgeworth tell you about this? Okay, so my assumption is the card had to be on the table, right?
Don't remember.
Okay.
But I think it's the victim.
It's the victim that's in the wrong position. Oh, so
I think so.
They switched the chair.
I think they were in different positions, and that's why Christoph
trying to-
couldn't have actually seen him from the window.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Okay. I'll do it.
We'll press buttons now, figure it out later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, isn't it the victim's position that's the problem?
I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice.
Well, look, the victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair.
You'd think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. That's what I thought.
Ah,
Take a look at the photo again. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards.
I think I'm getting ahead of myself on this, remembering stuff from before.
Okay.
Why, that's right. So, what does this mean?
Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs.
Swivel chairs? Oh, man.
That adds a whole new layer to this case.
I call them step chairs. Well, you're an idiot. Apollo, try turning the chair around. Here it goes. Ooh!
Ooh, I don't remember
Wow.
that. The chair was facing the other way?
It's new gameplay.
Future. 3DS.
It would have to be.
Oh, this was just the regular DS.
Yeah, no, not even the 3DS.
Yeah,
Damn.
So
technology.
We have to assume whatever that was, the victim's chair was facing away from the table.
When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing?
When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know now that the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction.
Again?
Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses? I'm guessing it's number
believe so, yeah.
2, yeah.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to see the head.
Whose location creates a contradiction if the victim is facing away? This motherfucker.
Kristoff is labeled as number 2 because he's a little shit.
Oh, I didn't, sorry,
You mean
he
to say
said-
I don't make sense?
What doesn't make sense?
You mean to say I'm not based?
Okay, I'm not sure what he was saying there, sorry. Oh, no, of course you do, sir.
As I thought.
Help! Oh, we fucked up?
Oops.
Oh, we fucked up?
Well, you don't make sense, sir.
Okay.
We're so shocked.
Thank you for redeeming the hydrate command void.
Mr. Justice, I'm a little hard of hearing. Did you just say something?
I said, shut the fuck up, Judge.
Would you be kind enough to show the court one more time what you mean?
Let's test your... Let's try that again. Okay, so the person that doesn't make sense is not that?
The killer, I guess?
Yeah, because I guess he'd have to
I
be
guess the victim.
the victim. No, we just did that.
Yeah, the killer, because then the victim would be facing away from the table.
Yeah, you'd think. Yeah, how would he... Okay, it makes sense. I guess. L-Train, thank you for the 10 bits. Hydrate time for Martin and Udgy. That's true. I don't know if Mountain Dew is hydrating.
Take that! It's simultaneously hydrating and dehydrating.
It's doing all of it.
Mhm.
The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front? Sitting where his indicator currently is. I would think it'd be quite hard, yes.
Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of a game?
Abyssal Soul Gaming, thank you for unleashing the Proto Badger. I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light.
What?
There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Apollo, if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? Try marking it on the diagram.
What? But...
Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 5 bits. Only just noticed the thing on Phoenix's badge on his hat keeps changing his expression. On his head, yes. Oh, I see, sorry. No, yes. A hat. There's no room to put a mark where the killer should be.
You got a great
Elusive White Spider, thank you for subscribing with Prime for 4 months there. You're so elusive. Don't worry. Let's think it through and see what we find. We know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. That's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front? From the
In
front?
front of the victim.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
So he's in the closet.
The killer had to be standing, well, here.
You get points for flair, but that's about all you get.
Oh, I thought I was onto something there, too.
I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible.
Cyber Panda says, "Hey kids, I know you're struggling right now, but I'm here to tell you everything gets worse forever." Ace from this game. I think he's talking about Phoenix Wright saying that.
No, his name is Ace.
His name's Ace.
The victim is facing a solid cupboard. Or are you claiming that the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above?
It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that at the very moment of the that means that at the very moment of the crime. Wait, I know.
Chibi Vamp, thank you for the follow. Look at your little vampire guy.
Wow.
At the moment
Because
of
he's bisexual.
He's chibi bisexual. At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there.
What's this now?
I mean, that's the only explanation. Right, Mr. Gavin?
It's not the only one. I mean, maybe he was to the side and like did a thunk like from an angle. I don't know.
You'd think that would be an option,
Yeah.
but for some reason it's not.
Like, you can only hit someone in a very
Yeah,
specific.
directly in front of them. My arms don't bend that way, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately.
It's taking charge.
Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. I don't know why I'm taking orders from him, though.
Imagine if the suspect just started being like, "Okay, everybody, this is what you need to do."
Yeah, right. Have them try to move the cupboard.
Your Honor,
What?
there's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff.
Yes, I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright.
It's that note that Ron Swanson has that just says, "I can do anything I want."
Yeah. The judge is like, well, I'll accept this.
Okay.
This looks legit.
The paper says it, so.
I do my best.
Kristoff's getting wrecked.
Couldn't even make it through one tutorial case.
He's speedrunning the Ace Attorney
He's so
villain path.
stupid.
But let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. Now everything is fluffy and cute.
I redecorated.
If the killer was standing here at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here, which means... Apollo, try moving the cupboard.
Wow, just this is interesting. Oh, sorry, Wildfire Vivi. Is it a bad voice or is it too much? Deuce, thank you for the 5 bits. It's probably a note on how to enter the pegging dungeon.
Yes.
There's a secret door back there.
Thank you. As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. The cupboard is the murderer. We should arrest that cupboard. At the time of the murder, it has to have been as shown here.
It has to have been. Nobody could have just bonked him from the side.
Yeah, or as Evil Sea Monkeys points out, couldn't have been in there.
Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my. What's this?
Oh my.
Well, what is it now?
Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more.
Phoenix's whole thing is look at this diagram. Now move this. Now look at this diagram again. Now look at this diagram again.
Now look at me. Now look at the diagram. Now back to me. I'm on a horse.
It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Huh? Oh, dang! Notice something, Apollo?
Oh, dip.
Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion.
You got a great butt.
Now then, Mr. Justice, please point out the new contradicting indicator. Please point to the new contradicting indicator. I can do this.
Oh, we're getting a bit rate drop. I do apologize if our graphics are affected.
Oh no.
Ranpo-chan, thank you for resubscribing at tier 1 for 36. Ah, yeah, there go the visuals. Sorry about that.
That
Ranpo-chan,
hasn't happened in a little bit.
it's been happening quite a bit this past week, unfortunately, for me.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure why. I assume it's Spectrum. Ranpo-chan, thank you again. I'm sure you can still hear me. 35. Thank you for subscribing for 36 months. 35 months strong, although 36 is, I assume what you meant. I have no objection for my support to a great group of people who make us all laugh. That is 3 years.
Oh.
That is 3 years you've been subscribed. Thank you so much, Ranpo-chan. I do apologize about the visuals, guys. We'll continue here in a moment. The Azul Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. I like how Apollo and Winston are just here while Phoenix and Kristoff are just being legally passive-aggressive at each other. Very legally.
It's divorce court.
All right, it's looking a bit better, so we can keep going.
Yeah, that looks fine. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness? Which indicator for this in this diagram contradicts what we know about the crime?
This, now, I assume.
Yep, yeah.
Now, Kristoff.
Because you
now
couldn't
can't
see
shit.
anything.
About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved?
Sure, why not? The Void Adept. Yeah.
Of course he would say that.
Yeah, that sounds good. The Void Adept, thank you for the bit. The way you say Spectrum's name was like if they were a group of Bond villains whose evil mastermind plan is just to ruin your live streams with crap internet.
Spectrum.
Damn you,
wrong.
Spectrum!
You are not wrong.
Sure, why not?
Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs.
Ah!
That's right. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin.
What? What did you say?
Oh, is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool?
Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right?
It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court. Exactly where did you witness the crime scene from?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Order! This is a court of law, and I will have order.
We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor.
It was full of borscht. Oh, and what did they find?
Borschtapalooza. Well, Your Honor, it turns out there is a secret passage behind it.
To the Pegatorium!
Wait. Reese Eltrut, thank you for the follow.
What?
Ah, yes. I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about.
I do remember him saying something about that, now that he mentions it.
A secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal goings-on.
He said it wasn't illegal.
Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. I do apologize.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just my stomach.
So the room has a secret passage. Where does it go?
The other side connects to the restaurant above. Proto Saber 363, thank you for the 200 bits. Got the Morbs. Suck 1880. Temporary melancholia. Abstract noun coined from adjective morbid. So you've got the Morbs. Well, I hope things improve. The other side, I've said that. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops. Oh, I guess it used to be used for illegal activities, maybe. Arikios, thank you for the 10 bits hype train. And Void Adept, thank you for the bits. So it seems Kristoff was full of borscht shit.
Oh. We need 100 bits, or I think.
I
at
think it's
least one
passed,
gift.
unfortunately.
Oh,
No.
You almost got there. It's all good.
just missed
It's all
it.
good. Proto Saber, thank you for the 200 bits.
have
Hype
had
train. Huh?
Could have been kissing.
Could have been
Very
kissing.
kissing.
the underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo?
I see it, but I don't believe it.
How dare you!
That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head for the few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin, come on, say something.
Dare I ask what really happened that night?
Actually, I think we could probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason.
Oh, Deuce, thank you so much for those 5 gift subs. And we're still close to a hype train. We're not quite there. Thank you for gifting subs to Weird Salad, to Emperor Stove, to Pochiyaki, to Sweet Christabel, and Lord Beerus 805. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Very generous.
That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny.
Cybernetic Flower said, gay tension happened that night.
Oh, Aliza Warren, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to Danger Yugimoto, to Shantia777, to Donut Anon, to Honest Tom's Discount Beef, and Cubase's Stan. Thank you.
Awesome gift.
Doing all right, Evil Sea Monkeys. I hope you're doing okay today. Thank you. I think you guys are on a hype train. I can't quite see. Yes, we're on level 3 already. So let me get us caught up there. Thank you. Holy cow. And
almost to level 4.
Yeah, almost there. Where are my bloody train things?
Hey, thanks for the Weenie Mobile. Weenie Man away!
Thank you, Elisa.
This hype train is making my hemorrhoids do the Harlem.
This
isn't nearly as hype as Pokemon the first
No, the clown.
Gift.
Okay. Sweet.
There he crouched hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard.
Oh, I hope things get better,
Thanks for
Evil
the
Sea
super
Monkeys.
special awesome
I know
gift.
that. I know how bad mental exhaustion can be as bad as physical exhaustion sometimes.
Holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment.
Hey, thanks for the
Then the
super
chance
special
came,
awesome gift.
and he took it.
It's free real estate.
Thank you, the Void Adept, for cashing in your it's free real estate redeem. This is indeed free real estate because there's a passage there. Anyone can use it. Volcanic Ash Soap, thank you for the 10 bits less for your frame of reference, but my YouTube just started auto-playing the Emiya theme from Unlimited Blade Works just as this case started wrapping up. So whoever knows what that is, that's probably appropriate. And Ankoku no Megami, thank you for the 5 bits. Thank you for fueling the hype train, folks.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Eek. What? Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get help. Miss Olga O'Reilly was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith.
Snow the First, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Hey, you gotta get high in the sky so you can get eyes in the sky. Thank you so much for getting us to a level 4 hype train there. Let's get level 4 going.
This train ain't very fast, Mr. Nick.
There goes Pearls. And ooh,
Hey, thanks
Evil
for the
Sea
super
Monkeys,
special
thank you
awesome
so much. Holy cow. Wow. Gifting 20 gift subs. Quite a drop there. Thank you,
Hey,
Evil Sea
thanks for the
Monkeys. That's
super
very
special
kind.
awesome gift.
Gifting
Oh,
subs.
they gifted 420 subs.
Oh, you
Nice.
gifted 420 subs. That's brilliant.
Blaze it.
Blaze it
They're
indeed.
blazing.
Hey, thanks
Hang
for
on,
the super
one
special
sec.
awesome gift.
Thank you for gifting subs to Mortara, to Creed Shogen, to Live Laugh Liubo, to A Wild Sylveon Appears,
Hey,
to Welsh
thanks
Dan
for the
15,
super special
Hero
awesome
Senpai
gift.
TV, to NBCD, Nobody with a C, to Sly
Hey,
Chemist,
thanks for the super
to
special awesome gift.
Ate1990, to Gatling Bear, to Cienfuego95, to Abunai Gaming, to
Hey, thanks for the
BETD23,
super special
to
awesome
Tomo
gift.
Coyi, to Tomo Koi, to the Teddy X3, to the Backpack 25, to Nifroth,
Hey, thanks for the
to
super
back to the
special awesome
back
gift.
to the lab again, to Ty Towley and to Krauser Zero. Thank you so much, Evil Sea Monkeys. You're a real one. Thank you so much, and let's get some
Hey,
kisses.
thanks for the super special awesome gift.
That's one.
Yay!
There you go. He needs the
Hey,
kiss.
thanks for the super special
We all
awesome
need
gift.
Bless you.
I'm allergic to kisses.
No!
They're the worst.
That's
All
what
right.
Hey,
Miles
thanks for the
left.
super
Thank you
special
guys for getting us
awesome
to a
gift.
level 5 hype train. Very cool. Worthy of this case.
Miss Olga O'Reilly was out cold, struck by
Hey,
Mr.
thanks for the
Smith.
super special awesome gift.
But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shoddy
Hey,
Smith
thanks for the
alone in the
super special
hideout with the
awesome
unconscious dealer.
You heading out, Bill? Love you, man.
Hey, thanks for the super special awesome gift.
We'll talk, okay? Well, whenever you. Good. Sure thing.
Hey, thanks for the super special awesome gift.
Thank you for cashing in your hydrate redeem there, Senmaru.
Hey, thanks for the super special awesome gift.
All right. I do appreciate those gift subs. Thank you so much to all the people who dropped the gift subs there.
Hey, thanks for the super special
Look at that little
awesome
blocky
gift.
man.
Then our killer stepped out. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout.
Hey, thanks for the super
They
special
look like those little
awesome
wooden,
gift.
like, drawing model things you can get.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside.
Hey, thanks
Oh?
for the super special awesome gift.
Okay. After the deed was done,
Thanks for the super special
the criminal
awesome
must have
gift.
seen the blood on the card. I just love the idea of being like, wait a minute.
Hey, thanks for
It's
the
like,
super special
before
awesome gift.
they came out with an Ace Attorney game for the DS, a murder with a swivel chair could not have even been conceivable.
Could not have happened. It's a new
It
world.
could only happen because they started making them for the DS.
It's a whole new world.
Four-legged chairs only.
He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime.
Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red.
You big blue dummy. Dump.
Dump.
Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. In a swivel chair. I'm truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin.
Yeah, it sucks. Mr. Gavin? Kind of seems very avoidable. Like, why did he even take this?
Mr. Payne,
Yeah? Yes, Your Honor.
wake the fuck up.
I'm tired.
The prosecution will continue its investigation.
Yeah, Phoenix has basically been both prosecutor and defense attorney in this case the whole time. We're all mad here, yeah. It's true. Thank you so much for getting us on that hype train, guys. We got to level 5. So much,
Do we
so
have
much
more
hype.
kisses?
You want more kisses?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will apply more kisses.
I need them.
There you go.
The thing about the kisses is that, like, we lock them behind a hype train to make them seem like it's artificial scarcity, you know?
Yes.
We technically have an infinite supply of the kisses.
Gay lawyer kisses are very similar to the Nintendo Wii.
And they came out around the same time.
Yeah.
Did you say this already?
Yes.
Okay.
As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion.
Ah!
Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. I don't even know how you got your shoulders in the room.
Your shoulders, your dump truck, it's always a problem.
Your titties, your vocabulary. But I'm afraid the circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately.
Objection!
Don't do it.
He just sounds like a guy.
Objection.
Objection!
Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand.
I do love it when attorneys get dirty.
Your point, Mr. Gavin.
Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me?
Parlor tricks are my jam.
Well, thank you. The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. The confetti hasn't even come down, Your Honor. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. And not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney.
Look at how innocent I look.
Illegal evidence?
Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? The Azul Magia, thank you for the 5 bits. Even though he's a little gremlin who misses the opportunity to use some easy outs, I do like how his title is reflected in how collected his animations are. How about Christoph?
Yeah.
Yes. I do like his animations.
Of course. This bottle, for instance.
The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking.
How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints. Am I right, Mr. Payne?
Is
Uh,
he
hey,
right,
yes.
Mr. Payne?
Yeah, actually, yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were upside down.
Uh-huh. I seem to recall this being an issue earlier.
The court and this case demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason one would hold the bottle upside down,
To drink that shit.
and that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor,
Vintoxicated, thank you for the follow.
I also pull the bottle out of the wine holder that way if it is.
Yeah, if
placed
it's
like that.
shelved.
well, you're about to be arrested for murder for just admitting to that, so get going.
Damn it, you fucking bougie motherfuckers!
You've been had!
That's what I get for drinking wine.
See how the codfish squirms to the last? Well,
Oh.
Apollo?
Yes?
What
He's
the hell?
like, sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Your
Who is squirming?
Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation. Just like that.
Yeah. Just like what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... Oh.
Don't let him trick you into thinking his Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one.
Can you do that again? But no. No.
Christoph's heard that one before.
Is there really another?
Take another look at the court record. I believe you'll find a simple answer there, in plain sight.
I think we look at... Yeah, because the bottles are right there, so, if he reached down for one from that position, he would
He
pick
would
it
grab
up.
the neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would pick it up upside down.
Yeah.
How about you just say the answer in plain words?
Stop flirting with your boyfriend.
It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions, indeed. Well, Mr. Justice?
Mr. Gavin said that the court and this case demand an explanation. Don't worry, justice won't leave until justice is done. That's also what I
Okay.
say when I'm in the bathroom.
Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints on the bottle are upside down?
Baboon.
May I be right back really quick?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, be right back.
Yeah, we're taking a quick break here while Soupy is AFK. How you doing, Marin?
I'm awake.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're such a not you're not a small element of this section, but you have less lines.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it.
You
I'm
cool
just
with it?
sleepy. Yeah,
Oh, you need a nap maybe.
I already need another nap.
Let me share
I'm
share these pictures of Gordon that you took in the stream because they're very
Yes.
cute.
A big boy.
A big baby boy. Where is he? There he
So
is.
I bought these just as backstory. Like I bought these little cushions that you can throw on the floor for people to sit on because we have like a big projector screen and we don't have much seating in the room that isn't like a dining chair. So we wanted to have another option. And so they came in today and Gordon immediately claimed
He
them.
claimed them. Oh, these are big pictures. Hang on. No, don't move those.
He's a big boy.
Damn it. Here we go. Oh, it's for some reason it's interpreted as sideways. Anyway,
Good
there
lord.
he is. Can I rotate this? How do I transform?
He's a boy.
Rotate. No, the wrong way.
A big
He's
fat
upside down.
boy.
There you go. He's
He got the one
claimed him.
leg. He got a whole pile of them.
He loves him. Where's the other picture? Is this it? Here we go.
That is like 30 pounds of cat.
It sure is. Ignore all those wires. That's my terrible computer setup. What?
Focuses on our dirty ass couch.
I know, right? Forgive our state of our couch. Look at that boy.
A big boy with his big toes.
You got them
I'm
big
back
toes.
and just in time.
Yes.
Hello.
Showing off a big boy. Anyway.
So round.
He is round as heck. He's
Those are also very cute cushions, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
They are cute.
Come over and sit on them.
Okay.
Come over on Friday and sit on them.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Will I be able to steal them back from Gordon, though, is the thing.
That's a
Well-
good question.
Yeah.
Dark Jade, this is great. The only issue I have with this first case is that Apollo's getting totally lost in all of this. Obviously it's his introduction. He's not going to be like a fleshed out character yet, but
He's literally Jesse Pinkman drinking water.
Yeah. While these two pick at each other.
it's
Yeah.
like Christoph Gavin is on one side of the room and Phoenix Wright is on the other side of the room, and they're throwing a ball back and forth between each other, and Apollo Justice is the ball.
Yeah.
They're just
Basically.
playing catch.
It's
They're
his two.
just going,
It's his two
"Bitch."
parents that are just using him, just to argue with each other.
Voided Adept, thank you for the bit. He also says that while having sexy times, Apollo is like the Japanophobia legal system in bed. Very complicated, full of loopholes, and consumes an extensive supply of hair gel.
What is
I
he
think there's
using
something
the
about
hair
Mary.
gel on?
Anyway,
What?
It's
is he
actually easier to
using
show
the
you.
Hair gel.
It's
on?
actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor.
Maybe you should just use coconut oil.
Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair.
Go Roman with it. Use some extra virgin olive oil.
Excuse me? On the floor? With
Yes.
the olive oil?
Now reach down, pretend that it's a bottle of Mountain Dew, and pick it up.
Okay, I understand that.
Without getting out of your chair.
Ah!
now some people might say the judge never gets out of his chair, but they would have not played Ace Attorney Investigations, where he was seen walking.
He went to the bathroom once.
It was crazy.
He did go poop once. We knew it was a poop.
See? You naturally go to pick up the bottle by its neck. And what that neck do? With your fingers upside down.
Gabble, 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 gabble.
Look at this photograph, taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times.
Wow, I can't believe it was that simple.
It's like people pick up things differently sometimes.
Recall our dinner that evening, Christoph.
Oh,
You
you're
called me a
recalling it,
bitch.
aren't you? You're recalling that pretty hard, huh?
I'm gonna recall it even harder.
I was drinking my usual juice then, too.
Fucking juice.
Basically, you used the. I was drinking my juice.
I was drinking my juice box.
I
if
was
you
having my
remember.
sippy cup. Basically,
Later, I
saw
switched
me-
to something harder, a Capri Sun.
I like to have a sippy cup with my boys. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed. But then you must have remembered. So you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano. And you switched the bottles.
You silly bitch.
Duskbringer, thank you for the 5 bits. Judge, I swear to goddess of justice, sometimes someone needs to smack him with a gavel. Right. And
Cybernetic Flower is writing fan fiction over here. Kristoff judges him so hard for drinking juice instead of wine, but they still have sex.
Yeah, but you know Kristoff brings it up during.
Why juice, you motherfucker?
and Koku no Megami, thank you for the 5 bits. Hard, juice, etc. I need another ice cream.
And you switched the bottles.
This was just a game of spin the bottle that went horribly wrong, this case.
You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon.
That'd be kind of hot if Phoenix just put a bottle down and was like, "All right, Kristoff, I'll kiss you, but only if it points at you." And so Kristoff just keeps
It
spinning
points.
it.
No, it points at Shadi, and so he has to kill him. 'Cause
Kiss me.
He's like, well, now what are you gonna do, right?
you gotta kill someone.
That's the rules.
Go kiss the dead guy.
I don't think so.
That's gross.
Ew, right?
Ew. If you kiss the dead guy, I'm gonna tell everybody.
All right, I guess I need to call the cops again.
Damn it.
Emma, Kristoff killed a guy again. Got too horny.
She's like, God damn it, I'm on my vacation.
This is just like that time I went speed dating, and then I sat down in front of a guy, and then Kristoff showed up and murdered him.
Order, order, order. What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin?
L Train, thank you for the 10 bits. Marry, fuck, kill, Ace Attorney edition. I feel like we play that every time we stream this.
we've done that a few times.
Larry,
I would marry,
Those
fuck,
we're
kill
murdering
all of them.
Larry. That's the answer.
Yeah, that's the answer to all Mary fuck kills and Ace Attorney is murder Larry.
I would definitely marry Miles Edgeworth for the financial stability.
Oh hell yeah.
I would not fuck Miles Edgeworth. I still
Miles
have
Edgeworth
to,
wouldn't for
I still have to incorporate this into my fan fiction. It's coming up, but I'm so proud of this line. Miles Edgeworth eats pussy like he's solving a math problem. And that's
like,
just what I
he's like
I
carry
imagine
the
it's
two.
Did you say fascinating, Suki?
Fascinating. Are you okay, man?
no.
No.
I'm trying to think if Kristoff fucks. I
No,
don't
he
know if he
fucks.
does.
He does, but it's always like
Thank you, Lita.
it's like with Phoenix to get something else out of it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like Kristoff is like Hannibal in that he
Yeah.
can only get it up when he's like psychologically
It's a
manipulating.
manipulation thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection.
What?
You claim that I switched the bottle? Where's your proof?
But the proof? Well, that's,
As I thought, more baseless conjecture.
That's all of this.
Especially Phoenix's fucking diagram.
Yeah.
Like, no, let's move the cupboard.
Yeah.
Let's turn the chair.
Imagine.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta be honest, I think Apollo is probably the most, like, sexually normal person in the room.
We just met him.
I don't think Apollo knows what sex is.
Yeah. Also, yes.
I'm afraid your bottle is proof. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty.
Kane's name is something he came up with after the fact.
They had a perfect opportunity there to be like, this bottle of grape juice is 0% proof.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
It wouldn't be 0% proof, though. It'd be 0 proof.
Zero proof, yeah.
Is that how they say?
Yeah.
It's like the proof number is like double the
Yeah.
alcohol percentage. So if something is 80 proof,
Oh.
it's 40% alcohol.
Yeah.
That's so weird. I've heard people say
It is weird.
I've heard people say blah 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 percent proof, but maybe
That's because they're stupid.
yeah. The people I have heard to say it are pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
They're,
So.
they're two different measurements.
Gotcha.
I
units.
will tell you this. I learned this while reading the Back to the Future 3 novelization. So that's how I learned about proof. And that's how I know that it's real.
That
He
does sound
drank
like a
whiskey.
good
Marin,
source.
Marin has proof of the proof.
He
Duskbringer,
drank whiskey to wake up.
Duskbringer 13. Thank you for redeeming the proto badger there. All right, Your Honor. When you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional kiss on the face?
I do, yes. Would you like it administered right now, Mr. Wright?
Please. Well, a lot of stuff just happened.
And also, I have your memo about that here.
Ranpo-chan, thank you for the turn down for what?
Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Borscht Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question.
They're getting some use out of that bottle spray.
Hoo-ha!
The Void Adept,
They're
thank
like, we are
Ooh-ha.
running out of money.
Add more bottles. The Void Adept, thank you for cashing in your starships for a hoo-ha.
What are you going to dust that for fingerprints too?
Like you ever do that.
You're going to dust the light switches? You're going to dust
You,
the murder weapon for
you gonna
fingerprints?
check for evidence or something?
Ridiculous. I would be surprised if any were on that bottle but his. On that but his.
Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything.
Say, Apollo,
Yes,
why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle?
but why?
Just humor me.
Mr. Wright,
That bottle will solve this case once and for all.
Does it have the card in it?
what? Oh! That's some bottle.
Let's look.
Look at the bottom.
Oh, there it is! Bloody hell, if Phoenix doesn't go, is this your card? When he fucking reveals it.
He's like, is this your... God damn it.
There's something inside the bottle.
The Five of Hearts.
What's this?
That card. It can't be.
Solo cabo.
Recall that unpleasant woman's... women. That woman...
God, he has been hanging out with Miles Edgeworth too much.
Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment.
Miss Olga Orley?
Yadiel62, thank you for the follow. Yes, our little swindling Devochka.
He's such a prick.
He is a little bit.
That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to.
What's a Devochka?
I don't fucking
I don't know.
Let's look it up. Devochka. It's a band?
It's a band. Well,
I don't think...
Devotchka meaning. It just says a girl, especially one of Russian descent.
Oh, okay, so a Russian girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha von Ragnar's little girl, okay. So he was being a bit of an asshole, is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Devon.
that's me. I was like, yeah, that's something my dad would say. God.
Yeah, he would.
And Wright just lost the last hand. Oh, wait, hold on. And Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed.
Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony. I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game.
Disposed? Where?
There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. The heart of the cards. The 5 of hearts.
Is this your card? There you go. I'm doing it, because fuck it.
The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin.
Oh.
Mate.
Why was there lobster?
It's from the Borch Club lady.
Yeah.
It's like he's Goku.
He's so turned on.
That is all.
Master Dark 9999, thank you for the bit. And Gavin is clearly Mewtwo from the first movie. Oh my god.
I'm your biggest fan.
He's evolving into Mew, Gavin.
Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright?
Oh my god, he's Mewtwo and Clavier is Mew.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
that explains why Clavier only goes or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
My past is like my logic, straight and true.
No.
Not like my
Your
sexuality.
past is not straight.
His path is like, whoa. Nothing's changed. I look exactly the same as I used to.
Except for my neck.
I worked that out.
All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Up your butt.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? Is that how you say that?
Tete-a-tete.
Tete-a-tete?
I mean, you can add a French flourish to it, but people use this
I'm not
phrase.
going to do that.
Nah, tete-a-tete. It's fine, yeah. Erikios, thank you for the 10 bits. He evolved into Mewtwoff. Shut up about my tits, Christoph.
This is really gay. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone?
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Insert montage of the first 3 Ace Attorney games.
It's just very specific scenes featuring Iris and Dahlia.
and the parrot.
I had a girlfriend once. It was awful.
Oh, you're talking about the
never do
straight
it
part.
again.
I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report out for us on Christoph Gavin?
Master Dark, thank you for cashing your star chip. Well, I guess I can wait. Got that. Master Dark 999, thank you for 9999. Thank you for cashing in your star chips for a my Yahoo.
He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now.
I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing.
Deuce, thank you for the 5 bits. Do you think before this case with Edgeworth not here, Phoenix talked to a doll of Edgeworth about his plan?
And then he would, like, explain the whole plan to the Edgeworth doll, that he would do the voice for the Edgeworth doll, like, yes, right, I think that's a great idea. Also, your lips look really kissable today.
He draws a diagram of a room with him and Edgeworth in it, and then he's like, now, look at the diagram. That's Edgeworth. Now, push him toward me, and now push me toward him.
Watch the way this chair swivels.
Miles Edgeworth is just sitting in the chair, spinning around in circles. Is this how we have sex, right?
Phoenix is like, I don't know, I think so.
Yeah, that sounds like their first.
Aliza, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a family feud.
He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he?
I don't fucking know.
None that we know of.
CDD Gaming 17, thank you for the follow.
See, they don't bother to establish motive when it's, like, not convenient.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright, have you anything to add?
I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter.
What a way to answer that question.
About this victim, Mr. Shoddy Smith. His occupation was listed as a traveler.
What?
An odd profession, to be sure, and that's all we know about him.
I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor.
Let's find out what job he had.
What he do?
Well, it is important.
Oh, really?
What that man
Good.
do?
Mr. Wright?
The Void of That thing with the bit, I just imagine the Edgeworth doll would be so unbelievably dumbfounded by Phoenix's plan that it would spontaneously come to life and just find the nearest exit. Oh. Yes.
7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch.
Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer.
He was extremely talented, to be sure. Bad at crime, though.
I needed two things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice.
Me.
In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo.
Me?
A dark time is coming for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own court system. We have to set it right.
Mr. Wright?
Dark Jade certainly seems impressive of Wright here. Him seeming totally cool and collected, and Christoph bounced back surprisingly quickly, didn't he? With Winston and Apollo being totally clueless about what just happened here, with the judge being surprisingly impressed by Wright's actions during this case here. Yes, certainly quite made Phoenix Wright look way more impressive than he's seemed in the past. Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict.
The Azomagia, thank you for the 5 bits, is some kind of a turbulent era, an ice age of the law, maybe. I'll workshop the name.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Gay AF.
Yay!
Yay! He's gay!
Yay!
But who's ripping up the confetti now?
Who is that?
Maybe that's Gumshoe's job.
That's Steve Bloom.
Like, that's his like, oh yeah, it's Steve Bloom now.
Thank God
Or
we
there's
got
a
a guy.
God, it's a joke. April 20th. Oh, we just missed 420.
No!
No, wait, it's perfect because it means that Phoenix Wright was probably declared innocent at exactly 4:20 p.m.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
the headcanon.
on 4:20.
8 minutes of congratulations.
That was rolling papers.
And that's his
dropping out from the sky.
and that's his fucking color, isn't it? The 42069.
No, that's
Was that the?
it's boob 69.
I thought
is
Edgeworth was
I thought Boob 69 was the pink one.
But isn't
Yeah.
Phoenix 420 or something?
Well, 42069 is only 5 characters, so that
Oh.
wouldn't be long enough for
Oh,
a
my
hex
bad.
Yeah,
code
no,
color.
it's boob 69.
Boob 69
Boob
is
69.
the
That's
pink
Edgeworth.
color.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
it's
But
420.
there was a
420.
blue one too.
Let me see. What's
I could have sworn it was like
Phoenix?
420 something.
Was boob 69 spelled with zeros or was it O's?
I assume zeros. I don't know.
Okay, it's with zeros. So
Blue was 042069 apparently.
042069?
042069 apparently. So it works.
Yeah.
Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 10 bits, Apollo. Wait, I just sent my boss to jail. Who pays me now? And Wildfire VV, thank you for the 10 bits, April 20th, 4th month, so technically 420 on 420. You're not wrong. Yeah, it's very exciting. Serendipitous. Thanks, Apollo. You came through, just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. Gap, the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Yes, a sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. How does he know about this?
I don't know.
Wait, I wonder if he means when I look at things. I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it's true. What the fuck?
What's this weird vibe I'm getting? Vibe check?
That's his power, his vibe check.
What was that, Mr. Wright?
You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself.
The answer. Right. Day was full of questions without answers. Most of them about Mr. Gavin.
What possible reason did I... Oh, that's right. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Sorry, I was just talking to myself, it's weird.
No worries.
Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come.
Huh? Wait, you don't know, do you?
This locket is the key.
Huh? Oh, that reminds me, I met the girl whose picture is in your locket.
This again.
Your daughter, right?
That's right. She's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket.
Huh?
I took this off his neck the night he died. Master Doc 9999, thank you for the bit. I think you mean my ultra perception. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him.
Wait, but that's perjury! You testified! You said that locket was yours!
Was after I stole it.
I said no such thing, actually.
Huh?
I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth.
Wait, but then... why?
My Magatama let me get away with it.
Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it?
Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time.
Believe me, I'm always taking the gayest path I can.
Yeah.
You're still just getting started with your career. And I already fucked it up for you.
Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all.
The Azulmagi, thank the 5-bits Phoenix wakes up, sees a man is dead, and immediately calls dibs on his belongings.
Hey, he's had a rough life.
I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Or as he was calling them, these silver entrapment devices.
Silver bracelets of wrongness.
Apollo,
Yes?
how about coming to work for me?
You mean at the Wright & Co. law offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it.
I can't imagine that to be true, but...
Wait, but didn't you... You're not a...
Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore.
That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. And at the middle of it all was one man. Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid, even though I just basically did it. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. I'll bet this was the forged evidence.
Bloody ace.
Yep.
You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright.
Yes. That card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us.
The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud.
He was being right. He was right. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. Yes, the attorney badge was the forged evidence. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago.
Then, you really...
Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real.
But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney.
I'm not.
Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo?
Though it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago.
None of that matters much now, does it?
He slap him?
I punched him.
The little boy.
I'm surprised he could reach up that far.
It's like that. It's like that final shot from Arrested Development season 4, when Michael Cera just punches Jason Bateman. Demon Cross, thank you for the 10 bits. Since future games never have Phoenix be this smart or competent, I'm beginning to think his attorney's badge is actually his limiter.
It's just like he becomes way dumber, like as soon as the attorney's badge is in his hand.
It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you to turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like. Also, ow.
Mr. Wright.
He's just like holding back tears at this moment.
Oh, about your uppercut. I didn't feel anything. I've strengthened my jaw from being punched by pearls over and over again for years.
She was real mad about the disbarring.
Why do you think my neck is so muscular?
Try yelling, "Take that," next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time.
What'd that neck do?
And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door going, ow, 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 ow.
Maybe if he wore nicer shoes.
And that's how my first trial ended. I assaulted somebody. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. And at the time, I had no idea they were all related.
A lot of assault charges went unfiled.
Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins.
Hey!
Yay!
Very cool.
It.
Very cool. All right, we're on case 2, Turnabout Corner.
One.
I wonder how many cupboards get moved in this one.
Oh, so many.
So Strawhead, thank you for the 10 bits. Just to clear things up, he never actually submitted that false ace into the record. It was kind of like what Francisca did in the crime case, which showed the court a photo taken of Phoenix without consent, but never officially entered it into the record. Yes. It was
Still
obviously
a real dick move, though.
still a dick move, as was the Kurain photo, but L Train, thank you for the 10 bits. Apollo, this man has fallen off bridges and been hit with fire extinguishers. You've got a lot of training to do. Will it be? I assume we're calling it there because we're at 2 hours 45.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
we're
it-
just about 3
Is
hours.
it safe to
anyway,
click on the case and it'll probably say save, right?
If-
There we go. Okay. So I'll save there.
Yeah.
Sweet. We got through finally. That was great. That was a
Good first case, right?
good first case. Yeah, very memorable. Like way more memorable than some of the other ones. Like I like the first cases of the other games, but they're kind of like they are just tutorials essentially with a
Yeah.
pretty decent narrative. And obviously the third one is especially notable as well.
But this one has implications for the whole game.
This one
Yeah.
feels like it's like, you know, usually with those first cases it's a tease, but this feels like it's an actual first chapter of
And
the
also,
story.
I love frenemies with benefits.
Yes, no, that was really cool, that dynamic between Phoenix and Kristoff, because like that's you don't see Phoenix go sort of like head to head quite so bitingly with people.
Yeah.
He missed Miles Edgeworth. Miles isn't in the country enough for him to argue with people, so now he's going to Bad Boys.
Because usually Phoenix is like the way we've seen him before, he would get betrayed and then be like, "You betrayed me,"
Yeah. Totally.
and that's just not the case here.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. I really enjoyed that. Okay, well, we'll be back again next Sunday, I think. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going to
I believe so.
continue into the Turnabout Corner, which is quite exciting. Definitely curious to see how Trucy fits into things. I assume Trucy will be in this coming up section.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see who we can raid. Was there anything you guys wanted to chat about before we pop off here? Demarin, did you want to say anything to the chat?
Thanks for coming.
We're going to raid Tracy, our good friend Tracy.
Yay.
Soupy, was there anything you wanted to say to the chat before we go?
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Indeed. Thank you so much for joining us this week. And thank you so much for all of your support. Seriously, there was a lot of people dropping bits and gift subs today. So I really do appreciate your enthusiasm and your support through all of this. And I hope that you guys are doing okay this weekend. I hope that, you know, give your loved ones an extra big hug from us and you know, tell people that, you know, you haven't spoken to in a while, or even people you have spoken to recently, that you care about them and that you know, they matter to you.
Yeah.
Because Marin and Super, you guys matter to me. I love both of you.
Aw. Love you
Yeah.
too.
You guys are
Go
fantastic.
tell at least one person that you love them, everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And tell Tracy, send Tracy our love, since we're going to
Yeah.
raid Tracy, Lady Nanaki. Lady Nanaki's playing Spyro, Ripto's Rage, Reignited
Tell her we
Trilogy.
love her butt.
Tell
Yeah.
Tracy we love their butt. We're big fans of Tracy's butt. All of us. Tiki _, thank you for following. Thank you for following. Okay, we're gonna take off, guys. Great seeing you. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll try and be streaming some more Yu-Gi-Oh tomorrow. Until then, have a great rest of your Sunday, and bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. All right, here we go.